Off to a great start. Hello, Alice. Congratulations on getting first. How are you doing? Hopefully you can hear me, right? Yeah, okay, my mic is going. Just making sure. Oh my gosh, having music play in the background from the game is really weird. Let me turn that down. But yes, how are you? I'm doing good. How about you? I'm doing good too. I'm so sorry I'm late. I'm not that late, but I'm a little late because I was helping my sister with something with a printer, and then also went to go do a few errands with her, and we ended up being a little late. But that's okay. But my night was good. Usually how it always is, really. And Blooper! Hello, Blooper! Hello. How are you doing, Blooper? Tika, hello! How are you doing? Pokemon has arrived. Yes, you are Pokemon pet. 187 scratches. Damn, that's almost the maximum. Oh, thank you for feeding Blooper, Tika. Oh, those are such cute emotes. Blooper. Thank God. That's fought Trixie. 6 scratches and whoa, you only got 6 scratches but lost that much HP? Damn. But yes, I've been doing good. Yeah, those crits, really. Trixie has some good crits. But yeah. We're gonna be playing Our Life Beginning and Always. Oh, hi Haru, how are you doing? How are you doing? Hello, Pokemon and Alice. But yes, we're gonna be continuing Our Life Beginnings and Always. And we just met this guy named Baxter who has brown eyes, which I'm a sucker for. So we'll see how it goes. We're still gonna probably do Cove's route, but I just want to see what this Baxter guy is all about. I'm good, thank you. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Sorry, I read that wrong. Hope you're doing well. Oh, that's good to hear you're good, Haru, and I'm doing good too. Oh my gosh, the platypus emotes. Hey, Star. How are you doing? But yes, I guess we can... Since I was late, we can get right into the game, or do you want to talk a bit more? Aw, the little hug. The hug emo, I love it. So cute. Aw, you guys are so adorable. I can't wait for it to get unwholesome. Oh, you guys are so cute. The clown. What did I do? What did I do? We got our Simp Shrimp here. And yeah. The chickens! They hit me kind of, but I think I'm on the wrong scene. Hold on. There, I'm on the right scene now. Sorry. Sorry about the chickens. Let me redeem that again for you, Star, because that didn't hit me properly. There we go. There we go. Thinking of us like we are some miscreants or something. You're... What did I do? I don't even know what miscreants means. I'm stupid, remember? I don't know big words. But yes, let's get into the game, I guess. Thank you for the punk. Okay. Gameplay. Go back to 2. Okay. A person who has done something awful or unlawful. Oh, okay. Yeah, that describes you. That describes you guys. I don't know whether to say just kidding. Oh my gosh. The jar already. Oh, and the shrimp gets saved from the jar. You're just bonking the jar at this point. Oh no, not Boop! Not Boop! Not Boop! How's the bonker? Oh no! Of course, the Trixie pet. The Trixie pet is a little low, high actually. That's a little awkward. Hold on. Put it a little lower there. Hopefully that won't affect Trixie. Let me check real quick. Okay, and then if we pet her, what happens? Okay, no, that's fine. Okay. Bye, Trixie. Sorry, I was just testing stuff. Does it tickle? No, it does not tickle. I'm not ticklish. That's a lie, I am ticklish, but I don't... But not on my stomach. Okay. Let's continue. I'm glad everyone's doing good. Oh, only 40 scratches, you lived! Tika got like 187. Oh yeah, we were in the middle of still the intro of Cove, seeing Cove and our sister and everything. Hey, Rai, hello, how you doing? You and Jar. Yes, Tika, thanks to Tika. Trixie doesn't like you, Star. In the middle of what? Being in a jar? We were in the middle of going to meet friends. That's what. Not the well, I guess we are in the middle of being in a jar for now, but... No, that's not a command, Star! Oh my gosh. It's only milk. Jar. The jar gets filled with milk. Ara is now swimming in milk. It's only milk. Oh my god. Suspicious MLP jar. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's start this. According to Resto. A little while later, you and Cove reached a main street in town. All of a sudden, you stopped walking. What's wrong? I think I felt my phone vibrate. The rest of them, that's cute. You dug your cell phone out and looked at it with a satisfied grin. There was a new message. Before you could read it, you were distracted by a small, amused noise from Cove. His head was slightly tilted to the side as he carefully looked at your old keychain. Sus. Oh, Froggy! Ribbit! They look older. Although Cove's looks very different. Yeah, we're 18 now, and we have blue hair. We made our character have blue hair. Everyone wanted blue hair. Yeah, Froggy. Hello, Froggy. How are you doing? Yeah, we're 18 now. We just graduated high school, I believe. 18, oh my gosh. Oh yeah, our old keychain. Oh yeah, we put the keychain that we got from Cove on our phone, and it's so cute. I can't believe you still have that. You quietly blushed at him pointing it out. Well, someone is crazy enough to get it from you, so I may as well use it. You shouldn't be surprised. Of course I do, I love it. You grinned looking at your keychain fondly. He laughed, remembering the day he bought it for you.
It's nice.
I'm actually glad you like it. He looked from the keychain to you. His smile reached his eyes. It makes me happy seeing you care about it and everything. Aww. And that makes me happy. Smiling, you refocused on the task at hand. You opened a new message from Miranda, and all you saw was, "I can see you." Oh, I wonder what Miranda looks like. Miranda was the girl from the birthday party, and we became friends with her. Immediately from where you stood, you started swiveling your head around. You couldn't spot Miranda anywhere, but she did send you more messages. Oh yeah, there's the dolphin keychain. It's so freaking cute. Haha, I see you looking. Where are you? Oh, come on. Really, Randy? Oh, these are options I can pick. Come on. We're using a phone. The message was sent and you were back to looking around, scanning for any sign of movement for familiar faces. No, not the poop! But they were still invisible. Cove looked at you carefully, raising an eyebrow. You burst... Miranda, come on out. You sighed at the ridiculous. You burst into laughter at our answers. You sent your own joking text. If you want to... Okay, we sent a text. Let's see what it is. If you want to keep hiding, Cove and I can just go down and do our own stuff without you, is what you decided on. You smirked, hitting the send on that message. Cove looked at you curious, raising an eyebrow. What's happening? Before you can even get to explain anything to Cove, you both snapped your attention to the yelling from across the street. There's literally no one fucking here. How do we miss her? And there you saw Miranda and Terry coming out from behind the backside of the wall of the grocery store. They both started waving wildly to draw even more attention to themselves. Cove took a step in their direction. He grinned and waited for them to get closer. BRB, okay, Star. Laughing and arm in arm, the girls stopped only to look both ways and then rushed across the empty street. Hi. Oh, she looks so adorable! She looks so adorable! Hi, I hope you weren't waiting too long.
Hey, buddies.
Oh, Terry, you're so pretty! I love your eyes! Hi. I'm so happy. I'm amazed. How did you appear out of nowhere like that? They started giggling. They started giggling again. Terry glanced at Miranda, wondering what their story should be.
Ooh.
It was magic. Gesturing in a vaguely whimsical manner, Terry went along with the decision. Oh, yes, magicians! This is so on brand! And magicians never reveal their secrets. Ooh. That's fair. Terry then closed the difference between her and Cove and crushed him in a painfully tight hug. You're finally here. It's been so long. What took you? He did his best to eke out a reply with his chest being compressed.
Sorry.
Oh, look at him! He's so cute! Eventually, she let him go. Terry looked at him with a beaming smile, but Cove was distracted, rubbing his arms. Standing there, Miranda shifted her weight from her to her other hip. She watched Cove patiently with a bashful smile. Welcome back. Thanks. You finally felt official. Everyone was together in one place. From here, you weren't sure how often you would have another afternoon like this again. They didn't either.
So?
Cove. Terry put Cove in square in the chest. You're gonna have to get me your schedule by this time yesterday.
No way.
Not really possible, Terry, but I can say as soon as I know. So far, work hasn't said anything, but I can tell you I'm busy with Orca activities. When Cove wasn't at his part-time job or pursuing his athletic interests, he volunteered for the Ocean Restoration California affiliation, ORCA. The group focused on cleaning up beaches and removing pollution from the ocean. Cove always loved the sea. It didn't surprise you one bit when he started getting involved with them. You joined Orca too after learning about you or Orca member introduced Cove to it. Yeah, we joined too. They're a big smash event for the year it's coming up, right? Isn't it? Yeah, and there's not much more to do before then, but I'm kind of looking forward to the fundraising push. Hopefully we can pull it off. If anyone can do it, it's you two. Even if it goes really bad, it'll still look good on a college application at least. That's true. Hey, guess what else? We don't have to stand here and say stuff. Let's go. I want like a meal now. Perking up, Cove nodded in agreement. Yeah, for sure. The four of you headed into town, happily chatting the whole way. The only decision left to make was where exactly to stop and eat. The rest of the afternoon and evening passed by in the blink of an eye. When night fell, it was time to head home, and you parted ways with Miranda and Terry. You and Cove reached your neighborhood without It was late enough that your out-of-the-way street was dark and silent. Cove, yep. Cove was giving me a piggyback ride. That is something we cemented into our friendship, and it's gonna be cemented forever. It was a long day out and about. You appreciate that you can rely on him to make things more comfortable for you. You tightened your grip on Cove and turned your head ever so slightly, peering at his face out of the corner of your eye. You wonder why he felt so distant to you. It was out of character. For a while, Cove silently stared and left you alone with your own thoughts. It surprised you when you did hear his voice all of a sudden. He still wouldn't look at you. It feels weird coming back to the neighborhood and trying to get into things like they're the same. And they're not. They've changed. They're still changing. Your mouth felt uncomfortably dry all of a sudden. It was true that the things that kept the people you knew together were starting to disappear. Each person had to make their own priorities and their own path now that it wasn't set for them. You thought about your own immediate future. You have been considering more and more, and ideas were starting to settle in your mind. You hoped to work part-time, to work full-time, to go to school part-time, to go to school full-time. I guess to work part-time and to go to school. And there we go. For your career, you thought you'd work online, do contract work, start your own business, find company to work at. I don't know. Work online. For your education, you thought you'd private college, public community, join a grade school, online, please. And that was all. For yourself, you wanted to work on improvement, self-improvement on your own, take some time to just relax, try to figure things out what you truly want. Yeah. And for that, you wanted to go to a different part of the state, stay local, go abroad, travel around to different places. I guess go out of state. It'd all be happening so soon. Oh, wait. 137 scratches, Froggy. Oh, no. But thank you, Haru, for gifting Rai a gift sub. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And Froggy, are you okay? 137 scratches, that's a lot. Aw, the hug emotes. Aw, thank you. It'd all be happening so soon. You hadn't begun to do anything about that yet. Aw. Oh my gosh, the jar again. The jar is back again on a crucial moment. And you only spoke about this family and those who were close to, like Cove. And Cove, probably family and Cove. We gotta celebrate. Poor Froggy, yeah, poor Froggy. Froggy, are you okay? Alright, a jar is a celebration. Oh my gosh. Good thing the shrimp is at least out of it. Now you wonder what Cove had in mind. You heard him consider some things for his future, but it was never anything that would have counted as a real plan. Cove stopped in the middle of the street. He sighed and put... Thank you for the... Oh no, Froggy! No, don't be dead! Use your froggy magic! He sighed and put you down. You were both outside of your houses. Cove looked at the ground for a moment. His mouth trembled, trying to settle on the right words to say. So, are you still thinking about what you want to do and stuff in another part of the country? Yeah. Cove closed his eyes and nodded while he composed his thought. He looked at you when he lifted his head. I decided on something, well, kind of. He smiled slightly and rubbed his arm, and then his expression grew more serious. Aww. I'm not gonna decide on a school or a career, not this summer. I'm gonna stay here, at least in Sunset Bird. I'll probably move out of my dad's place. I'll keep working at my job, keep doing my volunteer stuff and everything else. Maybe I'll know what I want for myself by fall or next year, or maybe I'll never have a plan. Life will continue on with whatever's happening. Ooh, 154 scratches. That's less than last time. I'm not gonna crush myself to have everything figured out by a timeline that someone else has set. I just can't do that. He furrowed his brow furrowed and his tone was tense. It was clear how much expectations were weighing on him. I know that's not very exciting, but it's the best I can do right now. He laughed self-derisively, but with the way his face looked, you thought he actually wanted to cry. Let's look at him deeply. I'll miss you. Took a lot of strength to keep your voice even. That was the best one on there, I think. To keep your voice even. You wanted to support him, but you could already feel your chest tightening, imagining what it would be like without him right there. His face crumbled. Oh no, he's crying! We made Cove cry! No! His face crumbled and your original assumption was proven correct as tears began to fall from his eyes. His chest teased and his words were whispered. I'm sorry. No matter what's happening, I want you to know that you won't ever lose me. I won't really be gone. I'll still be there for you the best I can, whether it's long distance or whatever else. Cole's whole expression softened, his lips pulled into an affectionate smile.
It's okay.
Aww. This is so sweet. Ara, you deserve to have everything you want in life. Aww. We'll tear up. Aww. Cove's declaration had your eyes welling with tears. No matter how many times you've wiped your eyes with the back of your hand, your face was wet. Cove looked at you concerned. He took a step closer. He placed a hand on your shoulder. The warmth from his proximity helped relax you. He spoke to you softly, wholeheartedly. He meant every word. Aww. Cove is so cute. Things are hard right now. It scares me, but it'll be okay. It'll be more than okay. Now that things are up to us, we can make our lives better than they ever were. We'll believe him. No matter how daunting the future could be, he was right. You would be okay. Finally, your eyes stopped overflowing with tears and you could meet Cove's glare clearly. You nodded. At that, his expression morphed into a look of careful confidence. Clearly, he was still struggling with this topic, and you wondered what else might be on his mind. This was the start, I think, but it's not over, is it? We'll have to keep talking about it going forward. Yeah. Cove softly reiterated his promise. It'll all be okay. We'll still always be there for each other. Is that good with you? It is. Cool. That's cool. I'll see you tomorrow, Ara. I'll see you. Night. He pulled you in an unexpected hug. He knocked the breath out of you, yet you couldn't have been more reassuring feeling. You returned his embrace and stayed that way for as long as you could.
Good night.
Aww. He finally let you go, giving you another smile. Then Cove started walking away, but remained there frozen in the middle of the street. You watched him and wondered, how many more times would he be able to say that he'll see you tomorrow? You hoped for countless more times. Finally, you turned toward your own house. You vowed to yourself that you would make the most out of every moment you had this summer. Aww. Ooh. Hang, errands, talks, charities, drive, reflection, late shifts, serendipity, boding happiness. Let's just go in order, I guess. Let's save first. That was so sweet. Oh yeah, our decorated room. It looks so cool. You grabbed the large beach towel from your bed and stuffed it into a bag. You had already packed your water bottle for your upcoming beach hangout session. The stars had aligned and somehow everyone was free today. Miranda had set things up with several bubbly phone calls between you, Cove, and Terry to find the time to hit the beach. You were hoping this would be a fun time together. Cove sat on your windowsill and kicked one of his legs into the air idly. He had already had a swimsuit on, and his towel was bundled under his arm as a misshapen ball. He'd shown up earlier that morning with a surprising amount of enthusiasm. He was chatting as you caught up to his preparation. But seriously, I couldn't find my swimsuit this morning. I looked everywhere. It had disappeared. I had no idea what I was going to do. Oh my gosh. His old sand pail, yeah! You totally didn't just lose your stuff again.
Seriously?
Very funny, Ara. That was different. I was 8. Anyways, I don't know why I was in the bathroom when I never put it there. He gave a small smile and readjusted the towel in his arms. You now could see that it had been folded at some point, but then rolled up and carried without much care.
I'm so glad.
But I'm just glad I found out. It would have been crappy to lose my favorite trunks. It was nice to see Cove so happy and comfortable in what he was wearing. You walked over to your dresser and mused about how you picked out your own swimsuit. Your height had contemplated shopping a little. Not all suits were made to properly fit people like you, and the shape of your body... I guess we're slender. Right? I don't know. And... Okay, if we do I have muscles? Let me see. I don't think I have muscles. What does delicate mean? What's the difference between soft and delicate? Can someone explain? Sorry, I'm stupid. I'm trying to look at my model. So that's, if you see me looking off to the right, that's the reason. Fragile? Oh yeah, but what does a delicate body mean? I guess, okay. I guess in this game, since we swim a lot, we had a little muscle definition. Your body was toned and firm with muscles that were there, though slight in size. You kept mostly the same shape you had throughout your teenage years. You were used to your body, and your body was used to your habits.
Are you okay?
You alright? Oh yeah, I was thinking about some things. What things? Just myself and my body, really. His eyebrows... Oh, that's a bad punch, Star. His eyebrows rose as your mission of self-reflection. And what do you think? Boo, yeah. What did you think about who you considered your identity further? You had always felt sure about your gender, yeah. Being called her was right for you, and... Yeah, oh gosh. Let me see, my model has kind of small, but I guess we'll go with this. They're medium, you suppose. You like the size you had? Yeah, you like the size. I need a better wind-up. Yeah, for the punches, you definitely do. People had a lot of their self-identity wrapped in their physical form. It shaped their self-image. I guess we're comfortable. That's an even worse punch. You're comfortable. Your body was you, and it was a good one that you felt content in. You had pretty much always felt good in your body. It was that way through your main growing years, and now that you're an adult, you didn't see that changing anytime soon. You focused on Cove again. He smiled at you and tilted his head, a question still in his eyes. He was waiting for you to come to an answer, but before you could, you had something to say to him. I guess, sus. It's not sus. I guess, what do you think about me? Sorry. About how I look, I mean. Cove smirked a little, his eyes taking you in easily. Fishing for compliments, Ara? You look great. Everyone knows that, including you, by the way, unless that's changed. Yeah, I laughed. You weren't sure why you were surprised he responded with that. Cove shook his head. His hand went up to try and unsubtly cover his smile. I was kind of worried you were so in your head because something was wrong. Guess not. I'm glad.
Hey.
Hey, Ara. Cove gave me a bent smile, pointing to your arms. You're looking particularly toned today. He answered with, not with words, but saw an okay sign with both hands and the same cheeky smile. Oh, Cove suddenly flushed when he realized how boldly he complimented you. He stood by it even if he was a little red. You were a little taken aback. That came out of nowhere. You glanced at yourself. You like that? Yeah. Oh, you started to flex and show off jokingly. That's funny. You're so sweet and fantastic. You have some very good arms yourself. You hugged him. That's sweet. You flirtatiously stretched. What should we do? I'll let you guys decide this one. None of them. The last one. They all do the same. Okay, we hugged him. The last one, I think. Yeah. You hurried across your room and flung your arms around Cove. He chuckled back nervously after you got in a squeeze in. Too late, Star. I see you're putting those nice arms to good use. You cackled at his joke and hugged him tighter. When you both had gotten your giggles out, you let him go. Finally, you felt that was enough of the topic for one day. You went back to your original goal before you got sidetracked. You needed to pick what you wanted to wear to the beach. Ooh. Two-piece bikini or one-piece swimsuit. Or a two-piece tankini. Yeah. While you dug around your drawer, you tried to think if there was anything else you were missing. A hat? Oh, I wanted to take more. I guess we got a hat. With that taken care of, you held your outfit together and looked to Cove. He was tapping his toes on the side of the wall as he waited. You vaguely wondered if he thought that was a comfortable place to sit. You hoped so, given how long he perched on it. Oh, there you go, Star. You finally got a good punch. Regardless, it was time for him to go. You weren't going to put on your beachwear with him just chilling there. I need a change. Cove smiled, content with being kicked out. Alright. Cove lowered himself off the window and strode past you to get the door. He lightly brushed his finger against your cheek when he passed by.
Bye.
I'll see you up front. Okay. Sacrifice Cove. Whatever. Isn't that a command? What happened to the command? Hold on. Let me look. I thought that was a command. Oh, there we go. Did you just spell it wrong? Oh, okay. Oh, had typo. Okay, I couldn't tell. And why are you sacrificing Cove? Cove is so sweet. When you were alone, you got undressed and put your swimwear on. You also checked your beach bag for the final sign. It seemed like you hadn't forgotten anything. He's too sus. How is he too sus? Shirtless in girls' room sus. They're like best friends since they were 8. They're fine. Also, you put shitless. Shitless. You left your room and hurried down the stairs ready to meet Cove. You made sure to lock your front door and walked outside. Cove stood in the road looking down and scuffing his feet on the asphalt. When you shut your heavy door, he looked you... Excuse me? I blame me being ill for the typos. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rara. I hope you get better soon. He looked up at you and smiled. Hey. Hi. Miranda and Terry are going to be here not too long. Terry even texted me earlier saying she was mostly on schedule.
Well,
why don't we go just head down to the beach and wait for them there? We're both ready. That sounded like a good idea to you, as you said as much, and Cove shot off a quick text telling the two of them where you'd be. Cove gave you a thumbs up after the message sent. It was a familiar path to walk, and it wasn't long until you reached the shore. Cove laid his towel out on the warm sand. You set your stuff beside him and looked out into the ocean. The rolling swells hit the shore rhythmically. You hadn't lucked out. It was a beautiful day. The sky was clear and the waves were good. It was a balmy summer day with a pleasant breeze to keep things comfortable. Essentially, it was perfect.
so?
Do you feel like heading to the water? Maybe just walk down the shore, or do you want to do something else? Do something here? Water. That's what I'm here for anyway. Cove nodded, accepting the plan. He kicked some sand off his towel absentmindedly. Yeah, sounds nice. He took a deep breath and tasted the relaxing salty air. Cove caught your eye and gave you a small smile. You chatted a little bit before a comfortable quiet settled over the two of you, content to watch the waves as you waited for the others. Luckily, it didn't take long until you heard shouts. You turned your heads to see both Miranda and Terry running straight for you. Miranda was faster, making leaps and bounds across the sand. Terry followed her in wake, laughing with her towel clutched around her shoulders and flowing like a cape. Miranda started to making her jumps more theatric and more and more precarious as she got closer. Cove waved them on with a bright grin. You laughed, you waved too, you cheered at their antics. Yeah. Woo! Aw, so cute! The two officially arrived at Cove's and your setup, looking completely ready for an ocean adventure. They were already in their swimwear and were raring to go. Hey Terry and Miranda, welcome to our beach.
Hey!
Hi! Hello, hello! She beamed and Miranda nodded with a smile.
Oh yeah!
Man, I am so pumped! Head pat and the tail, that's so cute. Yeah, I'm really glad this worked out. What have you guys been up to over here in your town, Kovar? Have we missed any things? Kov blinked and then shrugged when nothing he wanted to mention came to mind. What have you been up to? The usual. Terry laughed and mentioned a few things about her own parents. Miranda brought up her family and shared some of the wild things her older brother had done. Terry then started talking about her morning and how she almost overslept since she stayed up too late last night. She bounced on her feet as she spoke. But don't worry about me being tired today. You know I ran on less back during school. Miranda filled the group about her morning. Apparently everything had gone smoothly. She met up with Terry on the way and you knew the rest. Kov offered a suggestion to the girls. Hey, why don't we take this out to the water?
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. You felt pleased that Kov remembered what you wanted to do. Sometimes he could be thoughtful like that. Terry threw her stuff down on the sand and started running for the waves. Miranda was more careful setting down her things and waited for Yuta and Kov. Kov told his shoulder to gesture over to the ocean.
All right.
I've been looking forward to this. The three of you made your way down to the shoreline together. Miranda cartwheeled and Terry clapped. Soon all four of you were in the water. Kov swam out the furthest while Terry instigated a splash fight. There was rarely a quiet moment when someone wasn't laughing. Hour passed and the group had moved between different activities. Some looked even, some more exhaustive. For you, it was another break time. You sat on your towel and sipped at some water. Your friends were hard work bearing Terry's full body under a pile. Miranda used her arms to force up sand around Terry's sides. Kov worked on covering Terry's feet. You took another drink and closed your eyes. Eventually, a shadow passed over you, dampening the light that was still notable, not even behind your eyelids. You checked to see if Kov had joined you there. He knelt down to dig around the pile of assorted beach stuff in the middle of everyone's towel setup and pulled out the sunscreen. He took out a seat next to you on his towel, opened the bottle with a soft pop, and began to reapply the cream. Hey. He ran his hands across his chest toward the sunscreen, and you might have checked him out a little from the corner of your eye while still sipping some water. After he finished up, Kov let out a comfortable sigh and looked off into the distance. But then he sighed again, this time in an exaggerated, disappointed way. I wonder if he was going to sigh again even more dramatically if you didn't say anything. We'll chuckle. Yeah, I had no idea what he was on about, but it was certainly going to be something. Kov shook his head, comically despondent. His frown didn't match the sparkle in his eyes.
Don't worry about it.
I'm just becoming another jaded adult, that's all. Now you were really confused. You waited for him to continue, and his next sigh did not disappoint. It was the most ridiculously sad sigh you had ever heard. Then he smiled a little. Oh my gosh. Mermaids aren't real. What? That had not been what you were expecting. He continued. That's what? You know how much I liked mermaids as a kid? Well, merfolk as a whole. I really hoped that they were out there. I mean, the ocean's a big place, right? They could be somewhere. But the older I got, the more I had to accept it. They were just a fairy tale. He jerked his head over to the waterline and the rolling waves. They crashed against the shore and then drew back. This is a perfect beach for them. It's pretty and vast and never too crowded. If merfolk didn't exist, we definitely would have met one by now. If merfolk did exist, we definitely would have met one by now. Or at least we would have heard of someone else seeing one, but nothing. He acted as though the result was a true bafflement. He let his head hang. I gotta let the dream go. That's hardly proof. It's not like this is the only beach in the world. They could still exist. As you said, the ocean is a big place. Kov chuckled a little to himself, eyes tilted off into the sea, his face still low. Maybe it's for the best. Let's say a mer person did happen to watch on shore one day. He looked at you with a faux doleful expression. I could have lost my best friend to the magical underwater world. Oh yeah, I totally live under the sea with the merfolk. Even if I had the chance to stay on the shore with you, I'd go with the mer person, but only if you could come with us too. Kov grinned. He hadn't expected that answer. You're a nice person, Ara, but what if they didn't want me? Would you seriously stay on land? You gave him a look. You meant what you had said. If it'd only work if their offer was for the both of you. Blah, 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 blah. Are you sure that's the right call? It's a beautiful kind Murph person falls for somebody, I'm pretty positive that the sensible response isn't to turn around and say, no thanks. No thanks, I'm gonna stay online with a normal guy. Are you warning me that I'd leave? Are you warning me that you'd leave if you got that kind of offer? Why you should it's hypothetical. Why not have you be the merc? Yeah. I don't want that. I should get to be the merc creature and then I invite you to the underwater world. Ooh, which one? 3 or 4? Yeah. Cove turned his face to you and to beam at you. He brightened immediately. Now we're talking. I'd be a good merman, right? I could see it. Cove's gaze was drawn back to the water with shining eyes. He clearly was imagining some world where he was a merman who happened upon you here at this beach. He tried to picture what he could be thinking. It would be quite a lovely story. And then you heard Miranda screech. Your attention immediately switched over to your friends. You saw that Terry had gotten impatient and shifted her legs. The walls Miranda had been meticulously building collapsed into a wet heap of sand. She surveyed the damage critically. We're gonna have to start over on that part. Do you just want to give up on this now?
No way.
No way, the burial must continue. I'll try not to move anymore. Okay, if you're sure, I'll try to fix this. Miranda started to rebury her and Terry shot her a thumbs up. She realized too late that moving her arm was a bad idea. More of the sand on her crumbled and Miranda put her head in her hands. Cove caught your eye and started to drag himself up. Seems like we're needed. You agreed and followed him over to the girls. Miranda nodded at you both with appreciation and the 3 of you did your best to finish the job. You all worked out a system of just using just enough wet sand to help hold the rest together. With 3 people, it didn't take long for Terry to be entombed. Terry grinned massively and Miranda offered high fives. The pile was officially done. Oh yeah! Oh my gosh. Resembling the Kool-Aid man, she kicked herself out of the ground with gusto. Sand went flying in all directions and a Terry-shaped imprint was left behind. Miranda yelled again and Cove chuckled. There probably wasn't a better way to get out of it. The 4 of you continued to have a good time. You went on a shell hunt. Miranda managed to find the biggest while you found the most colorful. Cove caught a tiny crab. Aww. You did a bit of everything. There were impromptu games to just soaking up each other's company. However, after a while, you all had run out of water. Drinkable water, anyway. It was decided that you head over to yours or Cove's house. Things were gathered and you started to cheerfully walk up the road. What's next? I don't have anywhere to go, so it could be whatever. Same, I guess we could keep hanging out. Terry snorted and readjusted her grip on her things. Don't sound too sure there, Cove. By this... Oh, wait, that was Terry. Whoops, I did the wrong voice. Oh, well. By this point, you could see your house. It hadn't taken too long to make the trip. The conversation continued with everyone throwing out suggestions. Are people hungry? She looked from face to face in inspection. Cole and Miranda shrugged in concert. No one was overtly opposed to it. However, you weren't really starting. It wasn't quite a meal time. We could get dessert. Miranda put a finger on her lip and thought. With a smile, her voice became more confident. Yeah, that would be fun. Terry considered and then shot Miranda a thumbs up. Sounds great to me. I could definitely go for that. I think that's a good idea. But there's nothing sweet at my house. Your friends immediately glanced at Cove in his place. He shook his head immediately. That doesn't have anything good either. I mean, unless you want dessert-flavored protein shakes. Ew, no. She cut in and held her hands up as trying to ward off something evil. Cove smirked. I like Terry. She's funny.
Not bad.
It's not that bad. Well, there has to be some kind of sweet shop around here. Let's look it up. I knew it was you, Rai. I knew it. What did I do? What did I do? Terry nodded and started to dig around in her bag. Sus. What did I say that was sus? What's sus? What did I do? I like the way you think. Terry continued to rummage in her bag and grew increasingly frustrated. She puffed out her cheeks and knelt down, setting the bag onto the ground. Everything, oh my gosh. With both hands free, she was finally able to fish out her phone. She raised it up in triumph for a brief moment of celebration. I'll search for something good. Terry got back to her feet, hefting the bag over one arm, tapping away at her screen in the other. But she assessed Cove from top to bottom. No shoes, no shirt, no shoes, no service. Cove glanced down at his bare chest and feet, having not even registered it prior. He chuckled a little. I'll grab something. Cove moved over to his eyes. You looked towards yours. Yeah, we'll change as well. You felt like you become more comfortable in something more streetwear than beachwear. You're inclined to head over to your side. I'm gonna change too.
Sure.
Go for it. We'll wait. I'm getting so confused with everyone's voices. I'm so sorry. Miranda nodded with a smile. You ran into your house. No one was at home, so you just rushed to your room and dropped off your beach stuff on your bed. Casual clothes. You stripped and found a suitable outfit to go hang out in. You slipped it on and felt satisfied with your decision. Oh, that's such a cute shirt for the organization. That's cute. With that, you sped back outside. Cove was already there and gathered around Terry's phone with the girls. He opted to just add a shirt and shoes, apparently putting in the minimal effort for service. Hello again. You don't really want ice cream, do you? You didn't have a chance to answer. She kept barreling through with her words. Because I'm not into that right now.
That's cool.
Don't mind her. You look nice, by the way. Terry scrolled further and then made an interesting explanation. Oh, what about this place? They sell crepes. That's something you don't see every day. Look how fancy they are. She shoved her phone in your face. It seemed like a cute shop. It didn't show any pictures of the actual building, but the food seemed good. It was one of those places that put a lot of effort into presentation, with branded wrapping for the crepes and well-applied toppings. Weird, I've never heard of it. I haven't either. Mysterious, but crepes are so good. She nodded his approval as Terry admired more of the photos. I'd go, it's not too far, but we could drive. Terry cheered at the success of a plan made and you all walked around to Cove's car. He had to run inside once more to grab his keys. You were wash me in the dirt on his car. You noticed a thin coat of sandal and dust on Cove's car. It had probably been a while since he washed it. With a smirk, he carefully wrote, "Wash me with your finger."
Very nifty.
Good work. I wonder if he's even gonna notice. The car beeped and unlocked. Cove ran up to you with the car keys in hand. His hair slipped into his face and he brushed it back. Shotgun! Oh, wait. That's not Miranda. Shotgun! She clambered into the passenger seat without hesitation. You didn't argue and climbed into the back with Miranda. Harry activated the directions on her phone map and acted as their navigator, directing Cove to the crepes. The GPS tried to get Cove to turn into a non-existent road once and wanted him to do a U-turn instead of just turning a left, but with Terry looking at the actual path, it went smooth enough. Yeah, GPS can be like that. That's funny. You were led to a small stall in a parking lot rather than a full building. That explained why there hadn't been pictures of the crepery's interior, and that's why it was new to you despite living in this town your entire life. It was a completely new structure that popped up recently. There was a window you could walk up to and one for cars to drive up to. Cove parked with a laugh.
Come on.
I don't think I need to put on a shirt for this, but I still want to try it. Let's go.
What?
Do you not trust us to eat in your car? She gestured to the drive-through option. Cove shook his head with a snort. I trust some people here, maybe, but wouldn't it be more fun to actually check it out? Everyone acknowledged his plan piled out. Terry tried to tease Cove a little, but Miranda started talking about the last time she had crepes. This is an empty-ass parking lot. Apparently there had been a dessert explosion topped with multiple sauces, powdered sugar, and when Miranda was pretty sure it had to be cake icing. That sounds like too much to me. That's sweet. That's very sweet. Has anyone had crepes like that? I've never had a crepe like that. I've always wanted one. To try one.
So great.
Literally, it was so good, but I regretted it so much. I couldn't finish it, and I really tried. You can do it this time, Randy. Randy, that's such a cute nickname. Oh, this is so cute! There were some laughs. When you got up to the menu, you realized there were more than just crepes. There was definitely crepes, many crepes. However, the stall also had a lot of different drinks as well. Tea, smoothies, milkshakes.
Woo!
Excuse me? Jackpot! She grinned as she held out her fist for a fist bump. Miranda high-fived it. Oh, they're so cute. The two stared at the awkward, vaguely turkey-shaped hand configuration they made with, and then slowly put their hands down. Cove's mouth twitched into a smile. You stepped up to order first. You glanced back at the menu. Crepe. A crepe and a drink. Hello, hello. I'd like to get a crepe and a drink, please. There was a woman who looked at you a little older than you, taking the purchases. She smiled back at you, ready to hear the specifics of the purchase. For the crepe itself, you wanted... chocolate. For the toppings you picked, strawberries. I guess condensed milk. Sadly, I'm diabetic, so I've never had a crepe. Oh. Yeah, I've only had crepes that my mom made like years ago, and that was it. That's the only crepes. Oh, wait. I've had crepes at IHOP. I think. I don't know, IHOP. Yeah, but that's it. They were okay. We'll do chocolate chips, powdered sugar, and that was all. And you picked the size for the drink. You ordered milk tea, black tea, ice cream tea, banana smoothie, vanilla milk, chocolate milk shake, strawberry smoothie, a milk tea. You could also boba pearls, yes, and condensed milk, and that was all. You paid and stepped aside to let your friends order. Cove got a lemon crepe with powdered sugar on top and the mixed berries. He also got a plain strawberry smoothie. Terry went crazy with toppings. Although she ordered a plain crepe, she had it smothered with whipped cream, cream cheese, chocolate chips, chocolate syrup, and bananas. Miranda opted for a frappe with caramel syrup and condensed milk. The four of you stood off to the side as you waited for your treats. I heard what you ordered, Ara. I'm glad I'm not the only one who'd go for a drink and a crepe. I kinda just pick one, and why not? Exactly, it's gonna be good. Ara, man, your crepe is gonna rock. High five for toppings appreciation. Oh my gosh. No! Hello, Shady Man. How are you doing? Thank you for rubbing my stomach, I guess. Oh my gosh, the clown. What did I do? What did I do? No, not the boop! No, not the poop. Sheila, they look good though. If I ever did get one, it would have to be chocolate without bananas. Ooh, nice. That purr though. Yeah, it's supposed to be a pet for Trixie when Trixie's on there, but I messed it up, and you could redeem it when Trixie's still not on there, so it sounds like I'm purring, or that or as everyone says, I'm hungry. Everyone always says I'm hungry when that happens. Yeah, let's fist pump her palm. Terry stared at your hand. She blinked. She looked between Miranda and you. Oh my gosh. Are you hungry for thighs? What? No! No! Why are you no? Why are you petting my stomach, Star? I'm actually not hungry right now. But probably for lunch, I'm probably gonna have like the scramble. Are you hungry? No, I'm not! Terry stared at your hand, she blinked, she looked between Miranda and you. Is this just a thing now? I don't know what you mean. Miranda's voice was surprised and serious, while her face looked like she was seconds away from laughing. Terry shook her head dramatically. Order for Ara? Oh, I've got to get that. You grabbed your order, then the others didn't take much time after that. With the goods collected, everyone admired their treats. Terry dug right into hers, and Miranda gave her a tentative sip. Oh, hello, Rainbow FNAF Fan 18 Chroma. Hello, how are you doing? 8 Ball, is Ara hungry? Ask your father. Oh my gosh. We're playing Our Life Beginnings and Always, and we are on stage 3, where we're 18. I'm alright, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm really liking this game. It's been really fun and cute. And all the characters look amazing and everything. But yeah, right now we're getting crepes. Terry nodded acceptantly with her mouth completely full. Miranda tilted the frappe over with a grin. Terry sipped it and clearly loved it. She raised her crepe over to Miranda. You could tell that there was an intent to make it look nice, but with all the sort of toppings piled on, only so much could be done. Oh, thank you for following. I've played the game. Oh, really? That's awesome. Thank you so much for following, Can I call you Rainbow? something, or Chroma, or something, because your name's kind of long. I don't know, but if you want me to call you your full name, I will. But thank you so much for following. I appreciate it. But yeah, I really like this game so far. It's really cute. Miranda took a huge bite with gusto. Rainbow or chroma, whichever you prefer. Okay, thank you. Maybe I'll put them together. Rainbow chroma. I don't know. I'm really bad with names, so if I ever call you the wrong thing, I'm sorry. The wrong name. Miranda took a huge bite with gusto and sighed happily. Terry seemed satisfied and took another sip of Miranda's drink. They're so sweet. They both had only gotten one thing, probably because they knew they'd end up sharing. Aww. Cove went over to you and there was definite interest in it as your order. So, could I have some? He handed you his crepe first and you tore off a piece and put it in your mouth. It was tart from the lemon, but the syrupy berry mix mixed in the sweetness. The balance made the thin, almost spongy crepe and the juicy toppings made for a unique set of textures. You passed him yours and you tilted his smoothie over. You took a sip and had to suck up a large strawberry chunk before the actual smoothie came up the straw. It was mostly smooth with the delightful tiny crystals of ice and the occasional bit of fresh strawberry. It matched well with the crepe and even more berryness. Cove enjoyed his sampling too. He had a giant smile on his face and looked almost disappointed when you swapped back your treats. He wants ours. With that, Cove started to eat his treats in earnest. You saw him take a huge gulp of his smoothie, and then without swallowing, he added a bit of his lemon crepe. His habit of mixing foods together wasn't anything new. He hummed in satisfaction, so you guess he must have liked the combined flavor. I do that too. I always mix my drinks with my food. Well, when like I'll eat something and then drink something and then swallow it. Cove? Terry took off a piece of her crepe and held it out to Cove.
So?
Care to make a trade? Sure. That's so cute! Their friendship's so adorable! Instead of continuing to loiter in the parking lot, the four of you started to walk down the sidewalk. There was a lot of sharing going on, with crepe bits and toppings being passed around. You wouldn't have been surprised if Terry ended up drinking more frappe than Miranda did. You kept going down the alleyway, eating, drinking, and chatting. You hadn't realized— oh! Did they change the sign? You hadn't realized just how far the group had wandered until you ended up at the now leaving sign. Apparently you're about to walk right out in the middle of nowhere. I do that always, like drinking jasmine tea with my food. I always take a sip when I eat. Yeah, I do the same thing with whatever I'm drinking, whether it be water, ginger ale, as I said, I really like. That's really all I drink right now. Lemonade, I do that all the time. I need to cut down on how much I play this game. Oh, really? Right now, we've played— we've played almost 20 hours and I want to play— we were gonna play Derek's Route 2, but it was just too long, so we're gonna do that another time. And apparently there's someone named Baxter that we just met, so I want to know more about him too. But for now we're doing Cove's route, I think, because that's what we've been like going towards mostly, and then on other times we'll do the other routes. But yeah, I love this game. You hadn't realized just how far the group wandered until you ended up right at the now leaving sign. Apparently you're about to— oh, I just read this. Terry took a mouth off Miranda's straw and stopped sipping this frappe. Impossible! Preposterous! How are we at the end? I always forget how tiny this town really is. Cove chuckled a little and swallowed a chunk of Terry's crepe.
I guess.
Kinda is, huh? It didn't feel that small when we were growing up. They're tiny. It always seems like there wasn't much here. It definitely felt bigger than— you guys are like— definitely felt bigger than— there was a time when Silverbird had felt huge. It seemed as endless as the ocean. There was always some street you hadn't wandered down, something new for the tourists. But now you realize it was just a pawn in this big, big world. I have— whoa, what? 441.1 hours for this game alone? Oh my gosh, Rainbow, that's crazy. Have you done like every choice? Because I imagine you could do like a lot of different choices and have like different outcomes. So it seems really interesting. That's really, I honestly, when I finish all the routes, I'm probably like all the routes on stream, I'm probably gonna play off stream to get even more endings. Like, I don't know if there's different endings or more choices and stuff. I can't remember at this point. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, this game is really fun. I could definitely see myself doing that too. The only games I have that much time in is Stardew Valley and The Sims. That's really it. Is there another game? I think there's another game that I have a lot of hours in, but I don't remember. West of Loathing, maybe? I don't think I have. I think I have like, I don't know. I've also played a lot of, I haven't finished it, but I've played, what is it called? Fire Emblem, Three Houses. I played a little bit of that, not on stream, but by myself like a year ago. I haven't finished it though. Maybe I'll play on stream one day, I don't know. We'll see. I feel like people would judge me too much though. Seeing the definite end only reinforced this. Here was the boundary that proved your hometown could be walked out with ease. I guess this means we should probably head back. One doesn't just walk into nowhere land. We're not the only one, Terry. There's 4 of us. Terry scrunched up her face, not wanting to acknowledge the bad joke. She decided to ignore it. It stinks having to go all the way back. Yeah, but it's not like there's anything out that direction. And if we did keep going forward, it'd be an even longer trip home. You stared off in the stretch road as Cove agreed that he didn't want to go out any further. Can we take a break here first before we turn around? We've been walking for a while and someone finished my drink. Right on cue, Terry loudly sucked air from the straw. It was so good. Miranda looked at her, but Terry remained irrepentant. In the end, though, it was agreed to hang out around the sign before heading back to the car. I remember when we ran away over here. Ah, memories. It didn't take long to finish the rest of the food and drinks. Everyone gathered up the trash and stuffed it into bags and pockets for now. The group relaxed once on the grass, keeping count of all the cars that drove past. It was not a high number. Why did I read summer as number? Or number as summer? 14. The newest passing car drove into town from somewhere outside. But as the vehicle came by, it slowed down and you watched as it ultimately rolled to a complete stop. The black car parked right by the now leaving sign. Everyone exchanged a baffled look. But then the tinted window rolled down and the driver peered out. As soon as you saw his hair, you recognized him. No one else knew who presented themselves so distinctively. Oh my god! It's Baxter! His mole and his brown eyes. Oh my god. So pretty. And I love his matching outfit too. That it matches his hair. Please don't talk in my ear again though. That was... it sounded like ASMR. Hey neighbors. Cove openly sighed when he recognized Cove is like, oh god. Afterwards, sucking sulkily at the straw of his long empty drink. Sure, we're excited to see him. I'm playing more of the game, so I'll be lurking. Okay, thank you, Rainbow. Always come back here, ASMR. Away, come back here, ASMR sus. I'm just saying that this guy, when he talks in game, he sounds like he's doing ASMR. But yeah, thank you for lurking, Rainbow. Thank you for following and thank you for stopping by. Have fun with the game. Surprising though, you were happy to see him. It was an interesting turn for the day. You shot him a friendly grin. And you thought about the odd picture this made. A fancy black car pulled over to a group of teens, mostly still in beachwear. Miranda was incredibly confused and shrank back to watch. Terry tilted her head in an unspoken question. Cove made a quick gesture pointing towards Baxter and a light bulb went off for Terry.
Alright.
Ah, that's the new person in the condo, the B-man, right? Yeah, Baxter. Oh, I wasn't sure if I'd ever actually see him. Her voice was quiet. Miranda usually got shy around new people. Terry was quite the opposite. Incredible! This is perfect! Terry hopped up from the grass and ran back to his car as if full of excitement. Behind her, Miranda picked herself up and dusted imaginary dirt off her clothes. She sent a searching look to you and Cove, to which Cove shrugged. Miranda followed him and with clenched fists, heavily following Terry. Terry bent down to talk to Baxter through the window. She blasted through introductions with Miranda putting in a shy wave. Cove looked at you. He still got clearly no intention of going over. You encouraged him. Come on, let's go and see him. Cove pouted, his cheeks flared out in a child's puff. I don't want to. I don't know what to say.
Fine.
You can go. I'll just wait until he's gone. You should really come. You can do it. Do you want to be the only person who doesn't go see him? Well, why can't you stay here with me instead? You said he was definitely going to be difficult about this. Some days he really was that same grouchy 8-year-old you met all those years ago. Aww. Oh, we're not gonna say you're being a dick. Let's physically push him towards the car. Not willing to mess around anymore, you strode over behind him and used both hands to force him up and over to the car.
Come on.
No, Ara. Cove put up a meager wall of resistance but got to his feet. He didn't want to keep being poked at. Slowly progress forward was made until the two of you arrived at the driver's side of the car, the window. Baxter smiled welcomely. Hello. Hey. Cove greeted him mildly, his expression cautious. Howdy, Baxter. Baxter gestured to Miranda and Terry. I just rented this car for my stay here and was coming back for a bit of sightseeing when I spotted your crowd. Then these two were kindly introducing themselves. Yep, it's only polite. Speaking of polite, Baxter's giving us a ride. I was asking him to. What? Baxter shrugged guiltily, seeing Cove's dramatic reaction. The offer is open. Oh god, he chuckled. Stop doing that. Why is his voice the only one that sounds ASMR-y? And we're taking it. Okay. We were happy. Regardless of anything else, you didn't want to walk back. That's what counted, and you were grateful for Terry for arranging it. Alrighty, plan made. Let's hop in. You excitedly opened the passenger side door and buckled yourself in. The car was pristine, and you were right near the car-scented air freshener. The new car-scented air freshener. Baxter had the air conditioner on cold below, so it was pleasantly cool. Nice inside. A nice relief from the summer sun you had been baking in all day. Your friends clambered on in back. It definitely seemed the slightest bit squished back there.
Does that sound alright?
Oh my gosh, stop doing that! See, this is what I mean. His voice sounds like ASMR. At least in my headphones it does. I don't like it. I mean, I like ASMR, but I don't know. Alice. That's funny. Welcome to my vehicle. I hope everyone is comfortable, and if someone could point me in the right direction, we can be on our way. Terry went back to the navigator mode and outlined their journey. It was basically a straight line with one turn at the end of the parking lot. Baxter nodded up from the driver's seat and pulled back into the road. Luckily, the street was still dead empty. In no time at all, for Baxter to park right next to Cove's car, there wasn't even enough time for a proper conversation to start. The occupants didn't seem to mind. There were smiles all around when Baxter parked next to Cove's car. Woo! Miranda crapped. Oh my gosh. Why do I keep making people poop? First I said Shiloh shit, then I said Cairo shit, and now I said Miranda crapped. Oh my gosh. Miranda clapped quietly as Terry cheered. Cove chuckled nervously. Poof. You clapped as well. You nudged back. You leaned over the driver and gave Baxter a light-hearted push on the shoulder. He hadn't been expecting it, but quickly laughed and smiled at you. The celebration seemed to amuse him. Oh, the poop. We arrived. That was easy. Terry flung open her door and climbed out. Everyone else exited the car as well. The group thanks Baxter with varying degrees of enthusiasm. Baxter himself got out too. Everyone congregated again in front of Baxter and Cove's car. Cove looked at the back of his and frowned. He finally discovered the wash meat you put on it. Huh, I wonder who did that. You snickered along with Miranda, who realized you've been caught. It's a mystery. Right. Terry bounced over to Baxter and offered her hand for a handshake. He accepted it easily with a charming grin. You're a pal. You're too kind. It was no trouble whatsoever. I'll be keeping this car all summer. If it suits you, you're welcome to take my number and give me a ring whenever you're in need of another ride. And that goes for everyone here. Cove does not like Baxter at all. Oh my gosh. I have a car. Terry busted into laughter and Miranda fidgeted. She did not know what to do with that. Baxter really went past it and he noticed her discomfort and smiled with a soft tilt of his head. I'd be happy to help again, but that's the only reason I offer. If you don't need it, you can pass on it. Sure. Hello, Titibo. I'm back. Hello, Froggy. Welcome back. Look at Baxter. This is Baxter. Cove does not like him. It's very apparent. We're getting his number. How are you both doing? Titibo? How are you doing? Thus? He beamed wildly at your response.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, stop talking! Stop talking! After number R is sus. Yeah, I'm after 2 guys right now. Cove and Baxter. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna... I wish I could do these kinds of games. I hate reading out loud. I actually really love it because I like voice acting. I'm bad at it, but I love doing it. Some are into that. That's true. I don't know. I think we're gonna do Cove's route. Lies are as good at voices. No, I'm not. I keep changing them all the time. Baxter's cute. I mean, what? Yeah, I know, right? For me, it's his brown eyes. I love brown eyes. Me and my sister were talking about it earlier, and she was like, she told me I'm the only person she knows that likes brown eyes. And I was like, and I was really surprised. I have deep green eyes. What was I gonna say? Yeah, my sister likes green eyes. But they're growing up, right? So of course their voices change. Yeah, but I mean, like, I keep changing their voices when it's supposed to be one voice, I change it to a completely other voice right after I said a line. I need to get better at that, but doing these games is helping with that. Baxter pulled out a penny ad with him, and for some reason, Joe jotted his number down. He passed the little paper to you, and you accepted. When her giggle subsided, Terry put her hand to her chin and browed and furrowed. I wonder, would that option be available right now? You could valet us somewhere cool.
What?
Cove is like, fuck no. Cove was taken aback. He put a hand on the hood of his car. Where are we going back to the neighborhood? Wasn't Baxter going back to the neighborhood too? Why would we go somewhere else? Because we can. Miranda squirmed nervously and then committed to piping up.
Maybe?
We could go to the park near my place. It's a really nice place to hang out. You and Cove shared a look. The big park was pretty nice. Let's do it. Baxter tapped the side of his face and thought.
It's doable.
Stop talking in my ears, dude! Does anyone else hear, like, how, like, close to the mic he is when he says his lines? I mean, it's a good voice, but oh my gosh, it sounds like ASMR. He glanced at Cove and then switched focus to you. Well, we have 2 cars. If some people want to go to the park, I could still take the others home. But if everyone's going, it wouldn't make sense for me not to. I want to see more with Baxter. But we're doing Cove's route. Save! No, don't overwrite it. I heard it and what is that emote? I'll melt. I mean, what? I don't have a headset on all my speakers. Oh, okay. So you can't hear it. But yeah, it sounds really in your ears. Should we go back to the neighborhood cove or continue hanging out with Baxter and everyone else? Cove would not like to go to the park, I know that. Cove just wants to leave. Okay, we'll do Baxter's route another time. But we might get more content out of the second one. I'm taking too long with this decision. I'm just gonna go like this, close my eyes and make a decision. Okay. What did I pick? I think we're going to the park. I closed my eyes and I picked. You weren't ready to tag out yet. You came to the decision and turned to Cove. Let's go to the park. Alright, park time it is. Okay, good. He's coming with us. He smiled a little. Terry cheered and Miranda nodded happily. You felt like you made a good decision.
Yeah.
To the car again. Which car? There are multiple. You watched to see if Cove or Baxter had an answer. Cove sighed and ran a hand through his hair. He tapped on his car hood nervously.
I guess.
We can go in Baxter's, I guess. It'll be less of a pain than bringing both. We're all going to the same place. Are you okay with that, Baxter? Certainly. I mean, what I said. You need a lift, I can give it. Neither you or Terry brought up any objections, so the gang climbed back into Baxter's nice ride. This time Baxter offered to turn off some music. After all, it would be a bit of a drive off to the park. Play what you normally do. Yeah, I want to see what he listens to. Yeah, I would love to see the kind of stuff a guy like you is into. I hope my playlist lives up to the expectations. He plugged in his phone into the car with an aux cord and turned up some alternative music. With the music taken care of, Baxter put the car in drive and pulled out of the parking lot. The lot was particularly empty, but you know if he was careful anyways. During the trip, it changed to hard rock, punk, and even scream mode. Despite his personal demeanor, he didn't seem to like upbeat tracks. It took a while to arrive. By the time you got there, the sky was golden with the orange streaks of sunset. Ooh, oh, it's this park. Everyone got out of the car and started to stroll along one of the paths. You walked by the basketball court and some picnic table, taking in the sights. Miranda seemed amazingly content, the location helping her relax in the company. She led the way, sometimes stopping here or there to point something out. Baxter turned to her and nodded along.
Not bad.
Oh my gosh. I've never been here, but I definitely see the appeal. Man, this is Brandy's stomping ground. She's been coming here forever. Not bad. Alice. Seriously, Miranda, have you ever had a birthday party that wasn't here? You missed out, Baxter, because every year she had a blowout party at the park. Imagine balloons everywhere. Miranda looked down, suddenly shy again with the attention on her. She let out an awkward laugh. Yep, every year. Actually, my birthday is where I first started to really get to know Cove and Ara. She smiled and pointed to a white flat spot on the ground. Remember the bounce house? I remember. He chuckled and you could practically see those old memories on his face. I remember too. What did I do? Oh, Rainbow. What did I do? Why am I a clown? What did I do? It was a party for the ages. You were great. The chickens! It was a blast. Oh yeah, that did happen. You shrugged. I miss parties like that. Everyone is too cool for bounce houses. The group followed Miranda along to one of the picnic tables. She took a seat and Terry slid in beside her. I want to go to a bounce house. Just for fun. Okay. Usually people do it for fun or for when I do something stupid. Which is a lot, so it happens a lot. This gets redeemed a lot. Also, I sped up the chickens, so hopefully they're working better. I didn't see. The group followed Miranda along to one of the picnic tables. She took a seat and Terry slid in beside her. You spent the evening chatting amongst each other. Everyone got to know Baxter a little better, although you could tell Cove and him still hadn't fully clicked. At one point, Miranda found an abandoned soccer ball and started tossing it around. To me! Miranda threw the ball to her. Terry caught it with a smile. Think fast! You chuckled. She chucked it at Baxter, who only had enough time to squeak. It bounced off his chest and he stared at it dazed. He blinked as if he needed time to process what exactly happened. Thank you for the boop, but then grinned dangerously. He rushed after the ball, and rather than throwing it back, he surprised Terry and everyone else by lobbing the ball high into the air. You bent your neck to watch it ascend to watch its ascent and oh my gosh, an inevitable decline. There we go. Baxter hooked it with his foot and launched it up again. There was oohs and ahs from Terry and Miranda. Baxter gave them a very proper bow. When it finally fell to the ground for real, Cove was the one who picked it up. He was impressed and he wanted it in. With that, everyone was drawn into the game. It was unspoken that whoever did the fanciest trick won. Most of the game was not particularly practical with throwing a ball, so not many of the tricks were actually good. However, there was a lot of laughter, and you got to see Miranda pull off a round-off when she threw the ball with her feet. That was cool. You did pretty well yourself and got a fair amount of applause from the crowd with your moves. The sunset eventually darkened into the night and the street lights turned on. Your group's chosen picnic table laid in a bubble of light. The occasional bug cast a shadow as they flew by. It's a little strange being here so late on a normal night. Usually that's only happens if there was a party or an important game or a fireworks show. Fireworks! Her yell started Baxter, who was throwing the ball nonchalantly from hand to hand. He missed catching it and sailed sadly back to the ground. He looked at Terry for a loud outburst. I just remembered there's gotta be a fireworks show tonight. It's in the city. At everyone's questioning look, she huffed and tried to explain further. It's some celebration for the opening of something. I don't remember what. I don't think we could get into the actual event anyways. But we should still be able to see the show if we get close. You can keep the explosion in the sky away from the public. You can't keep explosions in the sky away from the public. Cove raised an eyebrow and drummed his finger on the table below him. You want to change locations again? Wasn't the last 2 times enough? Terry rolled her eyes and then shook her head. To her, it was obvious. Don't be a wet blanket, Cove. What about you, Randy, Baxter? Don't you want to see fireworks? Yeah, we gotta go. I want to make this longer. I guess they are fireworks. Alright, whatever. What's one more scene change? Yush! I knew this was a good idea. I've never heard yush. I've never heard yush before. I'm gonna say that from now on. Yush. Yush. I wrote that ugly. In turn, Force the Divide looked at Baxter. As the driver, his answer make or broke, and he chuckled softly. In for a penny, in for a pound, I'll go.
Honestly.
Oh my gosh. Honestly. Honestly, stop talking in my ear. That's what honestly you should do. Genuinely, there's nothing better to occupy my time tonight. We better hurry or we might miss it. Cove rolled his eyes but laughed. Everyone headed back to the car yet again. Terry brought out her phone to navigate the city, and Baxter stepped out on the gas. You are on your way. Baxter drove past buildings aglow in warm yellow light and cut through the navy black sky. One office building had a bright LED lights that cycled through a whole rainbow of hues. It was difficult to get through all the traffic on the road, let alone find parking this late at night. Luckily, Miranda had eagle eyes when it came to scoping out a spot. She pointed to a sedan pulling out, and Baxter parked within seconds. Not wanting to miss the show, you all raced down the waterfront walkway to find a place with a good view. What about here? Cove peered across the... Aw, the moats are so cute! Cove peered across the rails into the distance and shot her a thumbs up. It was relatively quiet, isolated, and you could see the skyscrapers. That was a good sign based on where Terry thought the event was. Yes, this should work just fine. She stopped and tried to catch her breath, her hands on her knees. Miranda leaned against the wall between the establishment as she recovered. Cove wasn't even breathing hard. He stood by you with a slight smile on his face. He only let out a relieved sigh. Think we've missed anything? Not a chance. Something's happening and we can't be so late that we missed everything. Maybe it'll start soon. Nervous about the fireworks. You had no idea, because I think we were nervous about fireworks when we were little, so I think we should carry on that fear. You had no idea where the fireworks were even supposed to be. For all you knew, they could be right in front of your face and way too loud. Or alternatively, the fireworks might be too far in the distance to see clearly, hidden behind tall buildings in the skyline, and that might ruin everyone's fun. Aww, those are cute emotes too. Harry led Miranda to sit down on the oval slabs along the path. Miranda took a seat and began tapping her knees together as she waited. Terry, meanwhile, crouched more than sat. Baxter smiled politely and looked from you to Cove. He seemed to be waiting for one of you to speak first, rather than waiting to directly start a conversation. Something seemed to strike Cove as he tried unsuccessfully to hide a smile. Most of us are in swimsuits. Wearing beachwear in the middle in the city in the dark while waiting for fireworks show was clearly a joke of the day for him. Cove snorted once and then looked back up at the sky. I'm not sure if this tops the one night you went around town. You went around town with me and Mom dressed in my pajamas. Oh yeah, we were in his pajamas. That's so cute. You two laugh when you remember the incident. It's been quite the escapade. That sounds like a story I'd be interested in hearing. Cove looked at him, then you, shaking his head slightly. That kind of is the story. There's not a lot else to say. You weren't entirely sure about that, but Cove wasn't ready to start reminiscing with Baxter.
So...
Well, I wish I got in the memo of tonight's dress code. I could have suited myself to fit. He tugged his short sleeve with a faint grin, going for humor. He definitely was overdressed when compared to the rest of you. It succeeded in making Cove smile. Sorry. A flash lit up with a brilliant green. Your eyes flew off the building in the distance and suddenly watched with bated breath. You heard a second boom and a red firework lit up the sky. Oh, that's so pretty! That's so pretty! Woo! The show's starting! It's so pretty! Yeah, Miranda! They came running over. Look at the reflection in the water. That's so nice. Ah! The art's so pretty. Why is it so pretty? They came running over to get closer, positively beaming. Terry pressed herself to the waterfront fence, getting as close as physically possible without going swimming again. More fireworks went off, shooting out hundreds of tiny sparkling lights. The colors stood out starkly against the dark of the night. The biggest ones washed your surroundings with their hue, turning the world blue, then red, then golden. Did I deliver, or did I deliver? Miranda's eyes glittered, and she lightly bumped Terry with her hip. Good job. Terry stumbled at the friendly nudge, but was pleased with the compliment. She grinned back. Miranda slightly swung her hips the opposite way to give you a bump as well. It was friendly and soft. We did it! You smiled at her and nodded. We were very afraid of fireworks. You hadn't thought about it with how much unexpected this had been, but now that things were exploding, it was becoming a little much. Fireworks were just so loud, so bright, there were barely any breathing room in between them, and all at once they assaulted your senses. Oh, thank you for the social star. Cove came up to you and leaned in to speak quietly. How's the show for you? Another fireworks sounded and he looked at you significantly.
Are you okay?
Is that alright? Shook our head. The exploding rackets were too much, just too much. You shook your head in a firm no. Miranda and Terry shared a worried look and Cove stepped forward in front of you. He was growing a grounding sigh, a distraction from the fireworks. Aww. Cove gently put his hands on the side of your head, covering your ears. The ground. Aww. The world gained a slightly muffled filter as he blocked out the surrounding sounds.
Don't worry about it.
We don't have to say. I'm gonna go to my class, so I have to go. Bye-bye. Aw, bye, Froggy. Thank you so much for being here. Aw, thank you, Star, for the hydrate, but thank you, Froggy, for so much for being here. I hope you have a good day. Froggy hugs. Aw, Froggy hugs. Yay! I hope you have a good day in class. Thank you for the hydrate, Star. You pointed at your ears with an inquiring glance. Cove's eyes widened with understanding and you nodded immediately. Yeah, for as long as you need. Then I can stay. He smiled gently and kept his grip firm without being painful. Okay. Cove shifted and got behind you in a comfortable stance. Now his hands were able to cover your ears more naturally. Good job, Cove, taking care of business like a real professional. I'll keep holding your ears so you don't have to hear those lines either. Hey! You chuckled, feeling better about being there. He was glad to be spending time with you, and you tilted his head at the spectacular multicolored fireworks above. I think that's been my favorite so far. You stood back from the railing together and appreciated the distance from the fireworks. Somehow even just a scant few yards away from the waterfront made a difference. You situated yourself in Cove's arms, making sure you could still move your head freely enough. You took a moment to watch him and the fireworks reflected in his eyes. Cove grinned like a kid. Aww. Cove's gaze drifted from the show of dazzling light straight to you and sighed dreamily. You didn't know when you'd last seen him so blissful. The spectacle continued to up the ante by bringing more fireworks out at a time. The colors danced across the sky and reflected over the water. You reached out a hand and watched it as it was tinted green while a big boom sounded. Fireworks were a normal summer tradition, but this was admittedly an unconventional approach. Showing up in the city last minute to watch this display from a technically private event, that made this feel special in a way than just planning to go to the public fireworks show never would. Terry's idea may not have left you with a lot of time to prepare, but it sure led to a unique situation. It was clear this was an unforgettable night. As the finale sounded, blazing the sky with unbelievable beauty, you remembered thinking that there might never be a night exactly like this one again, not one for the rest of your life. You planned to hold on to feelings you had the moment for as long as you could. Aww, that was cute. Save. Oh wait, save. Cute. Okay, let's go with errands. That's what I did today, errands. From the moment you woke up, you knew that today was going to be busier than usual. There was a list of errands that needed to be finished before the day was done. First up was visiting one of the biggest farmers markets in the area. It was only open 2 weekends a month during certain parts of the year. It was rare that you and your family were able to attend, so your moms liked to make the most out of every minute of it. And you realized it was not just them feeling that way when you heard a whistle from your left side. Now you're doing it too? Clavier look-alike, even though you don't look like Clavier anymore? Because your hair changed? Why don't you have eye bags? Are you younger than our moms? Wow, this is a swaggy show. Vegetables have never seemed so highbrow. I love the little gray in her hair. It looks so cute. Did she have glasses before, or are those new? I'm gonna be honest, personally, I think that at the moment the Derek DLC moments seem longer to me. Really? Huh. Yeah, they do seem really long. I remember because I did one of them and it was like the whole stream that I did. But I'm not going for Derek right now. He's sweet, but I'm gonna do that route another time. Right now we're gonna do Coves, I think. Unless I really like Baxter, then we'll change to Baxter, but yeah, we're probably gonna do Coves because it's so sweet. Seriously though, they don't mess around with their products.
Isn't that great?
Isn't it exciting? Liz crossed her arms. You could tell she was amused. Liz looks so pretty. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. We couldn't have picked a more perfect trip. It's been too long since we've had a true family outing. Her teasing tone said more than she actually did. Your next door neighbor had joined you this day, and that's what made it a true family outing. The three parents approvingly. Out of the corner of your eye, you caught Cove looking at you sympathetically. Some things never changed, and some jokes never died. You long accepted that. Yeah, we thought it might be fun. You smiled, trying to imagine how many stalls were set up. You were curious what hidden gems were waiting for you to discover among them. Well, I'm ready to get started. I've got plenty of dishes in mind I could use ingredients for. Before your moms could respond to that, they glanced at each other and smiled. Yes, that's a very good idea, Cliff. This place is much larger than it seems. It's difficult to visit each part in a single day. I like that she still has her nose piercing.
I got it.
I'm sure we could make a decent dent together at least. Actually, since there's so many of us this time, we could take different sides of the market.
Sounds good.
Divide and conquer, eh? That sounds brilliant. Everyone watched your mom surprised. No one had considered that an option, but your mom flashed the group a dazzling smile, continuing with the thought. Though it's a little unfair that there are four Arcanium family Arcanium. I can't believe I just said Arcanium. Oh my gosh. Arcanum. Four Arcanum family members and only two Holdens here, so I'll go with you boys to even out the odds.
Okay.
That's fine with me. Cliff scratched the back of his neck awkwardly. He wasn't sure where to look or what to say. That was not the problem his son had.
No.
I don't like that idea. Don't worry, we'll be apart for only a few hours, and then we'll have something to talk about at the end of it. After additional nudging, Cove nodded with a sigh. He realized this was an argument he wasn't going to win.
All right.
Alright, I don't get the point, but I also don't mind spending the first part of the trip with Ara and Ma. Ma clapped her hands together at that. Wonderful. Are the teams ready to go? Yeah, let's go. Delighted, Ma hooked her arm around you in a little side hug. You grinned.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ara. Taking the lead, Mom walked over to Cove and Cliff, who were still eyeing her confusingly.
Let's go.
Come on, boys, we're heading out. Sure. Okay. I have an aftertaste I don't like of a donut, which I probably think I won't try again. Oh no. What flavor was it? Cove looked at you softly, and you found himself pulled forward, stopping in front of you. His expression flickered for a moment, hesitant.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Suddenly, he twitched silently, his whole body getting stiff. He jerked his gaze back at your mom, and you realized that she had grabbed the hem of his shirt. She gave it a small tug before letting go.
No.
Time's a wasting, Cove, and I know long enough to be aware that you're one to linger. If I don't stop you now, you only drag your feet on parting ways more. The two of you could survive one morning apart, probably. We have important shopping to do now. Cove gasped at what he felt was a truly obscene thing to say. His face burned red, but that was ignored by him. He spoke with an unimpressed roll of the eyes. Strawberry icing and on it filled with cream and jam. Oh, okay. I like strawberry like cake, but I don't really like strawberry on anything else. And I like strawberries by themselves, like actual strawberries. But I don't really. I don't think I would like that, honestly, because it would probably taste artificial to me. I want a donut now. Okay. Well, that was ignored by him. He spoke with an unimpressed roll of the eyes.
Seriously?
You don't need to literally pull me away from her. I'm not that clingy. Mom, with a shake of her... Mom snickered with a shake of her head. Cove's eyebrows raised over the reaction and turned to Ma. She wouldn't meet his eyes as she whistled innocently. Liz smirked ear to ear and Cove whipped his head toward his dad. Solon couldn't offer anything more than an apologetic shrug. It only dawned on Cove that everyone did think he was that needy. Finally, he dared to face you with pleading eyes. What should we say? Sure. Cove is totally capable of being independent when he wants to be. You spoke very matter-of-fact and fixed a stern gaze on the group. Cove, meanwhile, beamed at having your support. Without thinking, Cove took another step forward, feeling drawn to you. Also, again, Mom grabbed the back of his shirt. She tried suppressing her laughter, but a few chuckles escaped. Action speaks louder than words. Cove's... Oh, look at him! Cove's mouth twisted as he struggled to come up with something to say in his defense. He was newly embarrassed all over again. Aw. Yeah, well, so what? The admission had Liz, your mom, and his dad bursting into laughter. Oh, this is so fucking cute! Okay, I'm gonna do a BRB real quick because I need to go bathroom. I need to go to the bathroom, so I'll keep it right here and go to the BRB real quick. I'll be right back. Thank you guys for being here. I'll be right back. I be back. How is everyone doing? Not causing chaos, right? Oop. Sorry about that. It's because I didn't go bathroom before before I streamed. I'm causing chaos. Welcome back. Thank you for the welcome back, and thank you for causing chaos, Alice. Okay. We were just debating how sus you are. Oh my gosh. Welcome back. Thank you. I'm not that sus. I don't think I am anyway. Oh my gosh, the crowd knows. And also I went to go pet my cat. Okay. When I mentioned Netflix, you thought sus. That is true. Okay, fine. Fine, you got me there. Cove grimaced and walks several steps from the group before stopping. He clearly wanted to move on, so much that he was physically moving away. You smiled softly and waved goodbye. When you noticed Cove's mouth... Zara says, don't count on it. See? 8 balls on my side. And waved goodbye. When he noticed Cove's mouth pulled into a bent smile of his own, he seemed to feel better a bit.
See you later.
See you in a few hours. Take care of yourselves. At that, Mom picked a direction and set out into the market with Mr. Holden and Cove following behind her. Grinning, Ma set off with a big wave. Liz gave a daintier goodbye wave herself. Yeah, this was a good idea. I'd rather stick to having cookies, but it's true, action speaks louder than words in most situations. Is that a cookie? I can't tell if that's a cookie. Is 8 ball lying? Try Hazy. Reply Hazy. Try again later. I'd rather stick to having cookies, but it's true, actions speak louder than words in most situations. Yeah, they do. Altogether there were 6 of you, so you could already imagine how long. Yes, a cookie emoji. Okay, good. Sorry, it's because sometimes I have trouble seeing even though I have contacts on. It's weird. Okay. Altogether there were 6 of you, so you could already imagine how long it would have taken to get through even a fraction of the stalls. Smiling, you look forward to spending some quality time with Ma and Liz. When they were gone, Ma cheerily turned towards you and Liz. She put her hand on her hips. Do you think there'll be any nice ginger around here? We'll have to find out. Hi, I have to go, but I'll be back. I wanted to say hi. Oh, thank you, Ice Lily. Thank you so much. How are you? I'd ask how are you doing, but you said you'll be back. But how are you doing if you have time to answer? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. And thank you for saying hi. We'll have to find out. You're not in agreement, keen to truly get the trip going. Ma led you both into the busy market. Speaking of which, I have to wear glasses, but I rarely wear them. I have to wear glasses too, and then I use my contacts for sometimes, but I usually use the contacts for streaming. But yeah, I always wear my glasses. I actually want new ones. I'm actually thinking about getting new ones. It's not soon, but like in the future. 8 ball sus, Haiti, try again. Alright, your sus broke the pot. Okay, my sussiness broke the 8 ball. I'll admit it. Right. There. Happy now? My family all have glasses except me. That was me until this year. Literally, I had perfect vision, and then something happened where over the year, my vision just got really bad. And that was me. Like, everyone in my family had glasses except me. And I was so smug about it, and then now I have glasses. It's really funny. So, karma hit me. For sure. Some time passed browsing. There were only a few stalls you stopped at. You had fun chatting and laughing, pointing out various things to Ma and Liz, and vice versa. At one point, Ma stopped suddenly. She put a hand on her belly and gave a half-hearted smile. I think we should have used the bathroom before we left home like the two of you I think I should have used the bathroom before we left home like the two of you responsibly did. It's like I could see fine with or without glasses. I clipped you admitting your sus. Oh, damn it! Damn it, Ray Ray! Yeah, I can't really see well without glasses. It gets blurry. I mean, if I have like one eye closed, then it's fine. Because it like adjusts, I guess, but yeah. Just need a pee?
Yes.
Yes, Liz, I have to visit the ladies' room now. Should we wait here? I'm supposed to. Apparently, like, I have some eye condition, but I see fine, so... Oh, interesting. I've started using reading glasses because I can't read without writing on my TCG cards like I used to. Oh, reading glasses. I remember when I was a kid, I always wanted glasses, and I even faked getting a prescription. Like, making my vision worse than it was. And the prescription was so tiny, but I just said I needed them. Because I wanted glasses because I thought they were cool. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so annoying when I wear glasses. So karma hit me like a bitch. For sure. Although I wonder the fact that the lights were so bright that it made it hard for me to see. It was like blinding. Oh, interesting. Mock. Yes, bonk me. I did a bad. When I was a kid, I did a bad. Ma craned forward as she struggled to pinpoint the direction she needed to go. She gently brushed her comment away. There's no need to worry about me or this, or waste time standing around. Keep on shopping. Yeah, the local eye doctors have lights stupidly bright. Yeah. Yeah, the lights are bright. Made me see colors and hurt my head. I'm trying to remember when I went to the eye doctor. All I remember for bright lights was like the flashlights they use to look into your eyes. That's all I remember. Though actually, I might need help finding my way. Can you please come, Lizzie? You and your set share look over that. Why do that of all things?
Hey.
Ma, if anyone should go anywhere on their own, shouldn't it be you? You're the one needing a detour and you're the parent here. Ma giggled in phase and by the resistance. Liz, meanwhile, tipped the brow of her hat up, watching Ma skeptically. When stuff is up too close to my face, my vision goes blurry as heck, but if it's not too close to my face, then vision won't go blurry. Oh, that makes sense. I'm hypersensitive to many things, so... Oh, okay, that makes sense then. Soon enough, Ara will have to handle doing these kind of errands on her own. This makes good practice. What? Ma hooked around and around Liz and pulled her along.
Have fun.
Have fun, we'll find each other again later. Excuse me? Yeah, we'll be stunned. You watched dumbfounded as they waded into the crowd. They were out of sight within moments. What started as a group outing rapidly became you entirely on your own. We were probably overwhelmed. You weren't prepared to be all flung out here on your own. Yeah, walk off. Let's walk off. Resigned to your fate, you picked up where you left off. Let's be away from Cove for a little bit. Because we're with Cove all the time. So let's try to be away from him. Even though it's hard because it's so cute, but... Resigned to your fate, you picked up where you left off to the browsing top. One hooked your attention. Aww. While most stores were selling various garden-grown foods, this one had an array of homemade fudge. There was even vegan versions of every option. I don't really like fudge. It was fun getting a peek of the fudge option, but you were enticed enough to buy any. You pondered for a moment on what you should have done. None of the stalls were catching your eye. What did grab your attention was a... Oh my gosh. We see Cove anyway. Was a head of familiar seafoam hair sticking out of the crowd. You knew instantly it was Cove. He hadn't noticed you yet, but he was walking in your direction. He held a couple bags tightly in his hand. Strangely, you couldn't spot your mom or his dad anywhere. Let's let him go. Cove appeared to be doing fine. You shuffled closer to the stall closest to him, hoping the bustling activity concealed you. Quietly, you watched him pass by. When Cove continued outside, you breathed a sigh of relief. You could continue without dealing with anything else, and now you knew which direction not to go in. Not wanting to linger in that area for long lest you be caught, you walked off in the opposite path. The area you decided to stop to make you decided to make was one of the largest stalls in the area. It was filled with several kinds of staple fruits and vegetables. One of the few people finished painting and moved. You got yourself directly in front of the shop. There was only so many things to pick from. Strawberries, oranges, lemons, peppers, potatoes, and that was everything. The shop owner put your selections together and handed it to you in a couple bags. Satisfied with your decision, you continue on from there. After ambling along past many similar selections, you spotted something new: homemade jams and local honey. The stall was glistening with quaint glass jars stacked high, each encased in gels of various colors. When you got closer, you were surprised there were even more varieties than you thought. There were even different honeys based on what type of pollens the bees used. You consider the wares on display. Honey butter. Strawberry jam. And then orange blossom honey, and that was everything. You paid, and the shop owner started putting together your order. They carefully packed it in a single bag with paper. Thank you very much. And there was another stall, and that was another stall view. Your gaze went up to the sky as you started down the path once more. It had become clear to you that this was what the entire trip was going to be like. Feeling better. It was going to take a while before you could completely move on from being left in the middle of the market, but with your newfound freedom, you were happy. With the string of steps, you continued on through the market. Mom and Mom had both texted you during the trip, though only to say that they hope you found some good stuff and they see you later. There were no answers on where they went or why. Kova had also checked in on you at one point. He'd been perturbed by what was going on with this trip and wanted to make sure you were okay. But you continued to wind your way through the bustling market until... Ara! Who is this? You heard your name and instinctively turned before you even registered who the owner's voice was. Oh. It's Kof. I wanted to stay away from Kof for a little bit because we're always together. You were pleased to spot Kof on the other side of the alley making his way towards you. Hi. Hey, oh, are you by yourself too? That's interesting. You hadn't just missed seeing his dad or mom before. They hadn't been there. You noticed, began to explain what you had experienced. You told a similar tale of being ditched early on. Okay, wait, let me check my phone. Maybe someone tried getting in touch about whatever this is. Kof rearranged all the bags he was carrying, freeing a hand so that he could pull out his phone. You watched his eyes dart over the screen as he read the messages, the waiting messages. Not important, I can reply to that later. He mumbled his verdict under his breath. You wonder if uttering it aloud helped him remember, or whether these messages would slip his mind like checking his phone had done. Oh, wait. Right, I'm on step 1 and can't decide whether I should take the money that Kov's dad is offering or if I shouldn't take it. I took it and I still haven't told Kov about it. We're on step 3. It's been like 15 years probably. Not 15, maybe like, how old are they? Like 10 years? It's been 10 years and I haven't told him about the money situation. Sorry if I didn't see that comment earlier. Because I wanted drama. I wanted drama. I wanted the angst that it could potentially bring. I've had moments where I've been able to tell him, but I didn't. Oh, Exco, hello! How are you doing? We're playing a visual novel that's really good. And we have the sim shrimp with us. Usually I go for not to take it or run away. Then maybe you should take it this time, if you haven't done that option. Doing good. Hope you are too. Yeah, I'm doing good too. I was a little late for stream because I was doing some errands, but other than that, I'm doing good. Yes, oh my gosh, the one emo is so funny. I haven't done that option yet. Yeah, maybe you should do it then, Rainbow. Maybe that'd be an interesting one. Cause I don't know how it changes things. Cause I still, like I said, I still haven't told him about it. And it's been like 10 years. Then Kov's face scrunched up with confusion.
Huh?
Wait, I've got a message from my dad. Listen to this. Cove, I wasn't part of the plan. I didn't know what was going on when I left with Ara's mom. Where are you? He sent that ages ago. I didn't hear it come in. He sent another one since then. Says he hopes I'm alright and that he's not bothering me. The newest one said everyone's going to the parking lot soon so we can meet up there. He lowered his front eyes narrowed. The same conclusion that was sending on you had landed on Cove as well. So it was on purpose. He lifted his foot again, staring hard at the screen. Didn't my mom pull this stunt when we were little? You know, that time she took us all to the mall? Oh! Thank you, Star, for gifting Exco a sub. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. 24 gift subs. Jesus. This is a mom thing. You gotta stop putting things on it. Yeah, thank you, Star. Cove blinked, a slight frown furrowing his forehead. He didn't seem to know how to respond to this. Yeah, Star is a madman. The crowd of people passing by stayed as noisy as ever, a sharp contrast to the silence that had fallen over you and Cove. He was rubbing the screen of his phone against his shirt, wiping away dust and debris. He continued scrubbing the screen long after anything could have remained. The action of a poor substitute, pushing away the awkwardness of the moment. We didn't care really. We got good stuff. It hadn't changed what you'd done today, only who you'd done it with.
Are you okay?
It can be weird. Okay, I'm gonna go take the money this time. Ooh, okay. I hope that goes well for you. I don't know how it's gonna go for me. I don't know if this is gonna be like a big betrayal thing. Must be all that black market, I mean normal office legitimate money that he makes. Yeah. Okay. Are you alright? His voice was gentle. Yeah, really. That's good. Abandoning us without warning wasn't really a cool idea, even if they meant well, which they probably did. Oh. Wait, what? What happened? Why did you delete his message? Why did you delete Exco's message, Star? What was that? Star? No, Lord Star! Oh my gosh! You didn't see anything? Oh my gosh. Okay. Even if they meant well, which they probably did. He looked you straight in the eyes. Not making a big deal about this is nice. I'm not exactly thrilled personally, so if you do want to complain to me, you can. Nothing ever? I don't know. His mouth hung open, then he laughed.
No
Come
way.
on, you gotta have plenty of stuff to complain about just from the stunts I've pulled myself, let alone what's happened today. He cracked a grin at that. Despite yourself, he could certainly be kind of a troublemaker when he wanted to be, but he could also be so kind. After a moment, he stepped away from you, face turned. Cove closed his eyes and took a deep breath. His brows creased. Oh, my Twitch extension allows me to see deleted message. Oh, what? Oh my gosh, that's funny. Cove closed his eyes and took a deep breath. His brow creased and furrowed deeper into his scalp, his arms tightly coiling together. So they did do something stupid, I knew it. His voice had taken on exaggerated quality, but was surely distinguished from Coach's typical speaking tone was the abundance of rage. It's such a chore. Parents are so dumb. Why do people have to go places with family members anyway? I hate them, and I also hate farmers markets. You got it instantly. It's been years since since the boy with the bowl cut had been in town for the summer. Cove had never forgotten. To this day, he continued to unleash his impersonation whenever the moment felt right. Sometimes, oh my gosh, she's doing an impression of Jeremy. That's so funny. Sometimes you wonder if the act had grown more exaggerated over the years or if the kid really was always that ridiculous. Let's play along. Wow, what is wrong with you?
No.
I'm not wrong, actually. If you were as smart as me, you'd know that. Kobo gave you a lopsided smile, letting the joke rest for now. Come on, we should probably go meet up with the group. Oh, thank you for the stretch, Star. Stretch! Eek! Eek. Okay, stretch. Come on, we should probably go meet up with the group. Yeah. You didn't dally any longer. Slipping back into the crowd and making your way towards the entrance to the farmer's market. It didn't take long to reach the parking lot. Your parents, Mr. Holden and Liz, were already waiting there and waved at you both as you approached. Your own family seemed to be in pretty good moods in contrast to Mr. Holden. He started Cove with open concern as he got closer. Hey, bud. Hey, Ara. How are you doing? We'd be doing better if we hadn't been abandoned in the farmer's market by our families. Ah! Why does that always scare me? Thank you for the hydrate, Rainbow. Thank you. You saw your mom's frowning eyes response, Mom glancing from Cove to Mom with blinking eyes. Just because Ara is really laid back doesn't mean you can just leave her out of your plans and expect her to go with it every time. Mom hung her head ashamed, and Mom had her hand pressed to her cheek. You could tell that they were regretting their scheme.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry, Ara. Her words were full of emotion. Mom squeezed Mom's arm. We were trying to make the errand more trip less of a chore. Mom nodded. We didn't think you, Cove, and Liz wanted to be stuck traveling around with Market with your parents all day. Especially not in the summer. But you're always very thoughtful and don't like to leave your moms behind, so we did ourselves. It was only going to be for the market, not the other stops, I promise. So you're right. We could have just told you and let you make your own call. I'm really sorry. Neither of us meant to upset you.
I'm really sorry.
All gas, no brakes, and we should have known better. Sorry. Ma ditched me too after pulling her urgent potty breaks on, if that helps. I went off to do my own shopping as it seems they planned. Sorry I didn't check back with you. I wasn't thinking, just tried to blow it off. You quietly took in their stories of what happened. Over to the side, Cove was talking to his dad. Thanks for telling me something was up, though I feel bad for missing the warning when you sent it. It's no trouble, Spore. I learned my lesson about making surprise plans. Cove smiled at his dad. Mr. Holden, laughing, clapped Cove on the back. Oh, thank you for putting Trixie Star. Oh, she's a little. Is she a little? She's a little. She's fine. Wow, we're really being outplayed today. You realized you hadn't been the only onlookers until the Holden's moment. Your moms were exchanging rueful looks. This pet. 173 scratches, oof, and only 12 pets, oof. You realized you hadn't been the only onlookers to the Holden's moment. Your moms were exchanging rueful looks. Liz had her arms crossed over her chest, patiently watching it all unfold. Yes, looks like it. Chickens! Thank you for feeding Trixie. That's so dark. We better find some way to catch up.
In that case,
Maybe you could do Ara's chores for the next week. Mom jabbed Mom on the shoulder. You might be onto something. Ara, how do you like the sound of that? They looked at you hopefully. You don't have to do anything. I think we do. Come on. At the very least, we can make sure everyone stays together for the rest of the sauce we're making today. You all nodded at the suggestion. We won't let you down. We'll be the best sheepdogs ever, guarding the flock and catching any strays.
honey.
We could at least be shepherds. You chuckled, your mood lifting in spite of the bumpy morning. It was going to be alright. You turned to your entrance to the farmer's market for one final glance, pressing into your mind under this new light. You thought what you'd pick up at the market and how you were going to enjoy it later. Some things you could only get from local suppliers like this. That was another perk about coming along to the market today. Cove then sidled up next to you, an eager smile on his face. You could tell from his expression that he was up to something. I know this wasn't really part of the plan for the day, but nothing happened really, so you cooked up a scheme of your own? He laughed. Well, I sort of picked up something out for you in mind. You held a hand to your chest, staring at Cove as he explained further. Since your mom decided we should go shop separately, I figured I could use the time to get you something. Just a little surprise. He reached into one of the bags and retrieved one of the wrapped up objects. You accepted the unexpected present and he looked out excitedly as he tore off the paper. It was a glass bottle of small batch lemonade. You didn't need to taste it to know that would be nice. It was a boutique product. Aww. Sus, what's sus? What's sus, right? You make all the wholesome moments sus. It was heavy in your hands. The container was smart metal cap reaffirming the quality. When you take the money, Cliff's face looks so shocked. I don't remember that. Honestly, I don't remember. I just remember taking the money. Because I am the sussinator. It was heavy in your hands. A container and smart metal cap reaffirming the quality. Even the label constructed from coarse paper rather than a flimsy sheet of plastic was distinctive. You were practically bouncing in anticipation and he smiled sweetly at your reaction. Oh, he remembered we liked lemonade. That's so sweet. It's not a big deal, but I thought you might like it. You're so wonderful. You were touched that Cove wanted to treat you to something nice. Whether you were physically together or not, you were clearly always on his mind and in his heart. Aww. Liz clapped her hands together with the air of a teacher calling for attention. Since the other adults aren't acting like grown-ups, the rest of us are going to have to pick up the slack. It's time to get back on schedule and continue with the rest of the errands. Playtime is officially over. Ma laughed while Mr. Holden grinned awkwardly. Ma hung her head in an exaggerated display of mock defeat. Kids are tough. I can't even call them kids anymore. Liz tutted with amusement at her mother. Hope shrugged, staying a neutral observer, but the small smile on his face revealed that he was enjoying the conclusion. You laughed, glad that everyone was getting along. That's right, we're all grown-ups now. With that, your trip on the farmer's market was closed and it was time to move on. There were too many of you for one car, so you and Cove had wound up in Mr. Holden's car on the way over. You figured it made sense to do the same for the next leg of the journey. You sat next to Cove in the back. After buckling in, Cove leaned on his seat, let himself be cushioned by the headrest. I'm putting on some glasses. Sometimes I get headaches when I don't wear them. Yeah, if you get headaches, put on your glasses. Once he shifted a little, he appeared to have found the perfect aim for maximum comfort. He gazed out the window, looking suitably content with the world. You followed suit, hunkering down in your seat and looking out the window as the car pulled away from the lot. You knew Cove well enough to spot signs of when he was physically present but mentally elsewhere. The way where he would fall quiet, staring without seeing, the long blinks, all of which he was doing right now as he looked at nothing in particular. You closed your eyes and pulled you up the resolve to speak. You were miles away for a second. What were you thinking about? Cove idly rubbed his face. Aww. Honestly, I was just thinking about how nice it is to know you. It, makes life better and everything. Though he was turned away from you, his eyes were round and sincere. Not that this is a new revelation, but today was another reminder. I'm lucky. I feel lucky too. He peeked from you to the corner of the eye, still too shy to look at you directly. You smiled at him affectionately, eliciting an equally caring smile from Cove in return. You felt content, secure in your relationship with Cove. Let's save it for later. It was clearly special. You intend to make sure you gave it the attention it deserved. Spent the rest of the day completing the remaining errands all together as a group. Yeah, it might not have come under ideal circumstances, but we enjoyed our independence. But it had provided you with the opportunity to spend time making your own choices. You felt that you had risen to the challenge. Ooh, nice. Okay, talks, charity drive. Okay, we'll do one more and then we'll end, because, yeah. Talks. Let's save, actually. Another placid summer day was drifting by. Your daydreams were chasing each other, none of them sticking around long enough to become a firm plan. But you didn't really mind that right now. Tapping worked its way into those dreams. Focusing more, you realized it was coming from your window. A grin popped on your face as though it had been waiting all day for this moment. Heading to the window, you could see Cove outside. His habit of climbing this way was really a true Covism. He'd rather scale your house than wait a couple extra minutes for you to come down. You offered Cove a hand to help him. Once he was mostly inside, he took it to help steady the last bit of his entrance. So considering how many times he'd done this, he hardly needed the help. Oh, the emotes, they're so cute!
Hey.
Hey, Ara. Hey to you. You think my mom should invent some bigger windows? Cove laughed at that and took one last look at his exclusive entrance. He hummed with a teasing look on his face. Wow, time flies by when you're having fun. Oh, yeah, it does. It does. I love this game so much. It's so fun, but I can't go longer than 2.5 or 3 hours with this game or other games because my voice gets tired. But I'm working on doing longer streams in the future, for sure. Cove laughed at that and took one last look at his exclusive entrance. He hummed with a teasy look on his face. Maybe. Cove came out quietly with a strangely pleased smile on his face. Did something happen? Cove opened his mouth to answer, only to have your phone vibrate and cut him off. You both turned to where it rested a little further up on your bed. It was still face down, so you could tell who was calling. It's okay. Your attention was shot back to Cove. He smiled at you awkwardly.
Don't worry about it.
Go check. It could be important. I'll wait. Thanks. You shuffle forward and scoop the little noisemaker into your hand. You flip it over and check the caller ID. It's Miranda. You should answer. I want to say hi too. With a nod, you accepted the call and set it to speaker. Hi, Miranda. Hi. There was something off about her tone. Cove met your gaze and you saw the same confusion in his expression.
Have you heard from Terry?
Have you heard from Terry at all, or did you hear about her from Cove? Huh? No, she hasn't called me, but Cove is with me right now. Hey. Oh, hi, Cove. Is that what you were going to say? He shook his head no before realizing that was good enough answer when one person couldn't actually see it.
No.
No, Terry hasn't called me today either. Is something wrong? At that, Miranda couldn't hold herself together any longer. The muffled sobs from the other side of the line were unmistakable. Aw, thank you for petting Trixie Rainbow. Terry doesn't like me anymore if she ever did. What? That doesn't sound right. You're probably her best friend out of all of us. Yeah, why do you think that? He sniffled and there was a pause and you could hear the shift in her phone in the other hand. Terry was here the other night watching movies with me. We were up super late. She realized your parents probably went to bed so they couldn't pick her up. My mom and dad were definitely asleep then. Dad works early. I tried telling her it was okay just to spend the night and she could text her parents what happened, but Terry really didn't want to. He glanced at Cove. He looked equally unsure about where story was going. It didn't sound like a friendship-ending situation. I suggested to make it easier if she was nervous, like she could sleep by herself in my room while I stayed somewhere else. Yeah? And I said if we didn't have to sleep at all, we could have kept watching movies until one of our parents woke up. I wouldn't have minded. I know not everyone can do sleepovers, but Terry wouldn't even tell me what was really wrong or what I could do to help. I thought we could tell each other anything. I guess I was wrong. Did you stay in the end? No, we got too loud in the kitchen and my dad woke up. He offered to drive her home when he heard what was wrong. She texted me apologizing for my dad having to do that when he needed to rest. That was it. She isn't talking to me anymore. You could hear every bit of the tears and heartbreak in Miranda's voice. This continued to be a shock for your neighbor, but Cove recovered and spoke gently. I'm really sorry. There's no way Terry wanted to make you feel this bad or that she's just done with your friendship because of this. Miranda stiffly continued. Hope she had plenty of tissues handy. It'll be okay. It had to be. You couldn't imagine any alternative. Miranda's voice sounded a bit more collected after finishing her story, but you knew that she was crying was far from being done. I thought she'd have reached out to one of you by now. Maybe she's not talking to anyone. Yeah. Sorry for bothering you and Cove about this. Hey, we're here for you. Right, you could tell us things. Thank you. Her shaking voice finally conveyed a little optimism, or at least a relief that she wasn't dealing with it entirely on her own.
Is that alright?
If you do hear from her or anything, could you let me know if she's alright? Oh, poor Randy. Yeah, poor Randy. Poor Terry and Randy. We can. Thanks. Let's talk later, okay? Bye. Bye. That didn't really seem like an especially productive point to end the call, but you weren't sure where to go from there. Looking at Cove, his face seemed as lost as yours. With no alternative, you hung up and put your phone back on your bed. Cove crossed his arm, a frown creasing his face. He began to pace the length of the room, clearly trying to put the pieces together in his head in a way that made sense. Yeah, we were worried. Biting the inside of your cheek, you stared at the ground. Hearing Miranda throw a shot like that was not easy. What about Terry? The uncertainty was tearing you up. The empty state of your head before learning this was not helping you now. You couldn't put two thoughts together, and falling back on your bed, you stared into space. You should probably try calling Terry. Cole's voice managed to drag you back to some grounding. He stopped pacing, but you still saw a perturbed look on his face. Yeah, I'm worried about her too. You bounced up and moved to his side, ready to act on whatever plan you two could come up with. Cove started with the easiest thing. He pulled out a phone and called Terry. Cove let it ring and ring and ring. Terry didn't answer. There wasn't even an option to leave a voice message. Your shoulders slumped and Cove looked even more troubled, if that was possible. He turned to you as if for some lifeline. Could you try calling? I'm gonna send a text just like, hey, I was trying to reach you, call me or something. Yeah. Took up your phone once more. Unfortunately, another set of interminable rings. The line went dead. No answer, no voicemail. Hanging up, you saw Cove visibly deflate. He rubbed his arms, eyes distant, hopefully struggling with the whole affair. I don't like this at all. They're fighting, we barely know anything, and we're just supposed to just wait and see? Despite it only being a minute since he texted Terry, Cove checked his phone again. He was desperate for progress, for something, and you frowned as you watched him. Yeah, relax. Cove stared at the screen as though he was trying to will a new message to appear. As your words sank in, his gaze slipped over towards you. Just a little bit. Come on, you're working yourself up. Closing his eyes, he took a deep breath and released it slowly. It wasn't much, but you could see him ease up slightly. Yeah, you're probably right. Cove was still gripping his phone with both hands, and though it might fly away if he let go, he looked to you with almost painful earnestness.
Well,
What should we even say if we do hear from one of them? Pacing resumed and he attempted to answer his own question. But it was written all over his face. I had no idea how to tackle any of this. He suddenly came to another halt like a gear winding down. Yeah, I think we should find out Terry's side of the story. We already heard Miranda's, let's hear Terry's. Nothing can be done until you knew what she thought of this. That much was certain. Cove nodded slightly in agreement. For several moments, you both remained there in silence, drowning in your thoughts. Eventually, Cove turned around. I'm gonna text Terry that we already know what's going on. Maybe she'll have an easier time talking to us because she won't have to pretend or explain. I don't know. I've never been in this situation. Not the last one. Not the three last ones. We'll just be overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. Upset, your voice got caught in your throat as your thoughts were pulled in too many directions. Cove took your silence as a go-ahead. Cove's fingers worked furiously yet carefully. He was giving his full attention to his words. You sidled up next to him and looked, trying to watch what he was writing. Cove rapidly typed out, "Hey, Ara and I really want to talk to you. Miranda told us what happened. Please reply back." And sent. It was done. We'll just have to see what happens now. Quietly, you felt nervous. I wish you weren't so concerned with everyone else's feeling but mine. No. It'll definitely be alright, Cove. Things are okay. Yeah, hopefully she gets back to us. Great, we could do something. You're being dramatic. No. We'll find nervous. You wonder how Terry would react. A wave of nausea hit you like a ton of bricks. Finally, it seemed to dawn on him that what his words have been doing to you. All the anger and frustration crumbled away, leaving him like a contriction in this place. He put his phone away. He made an effort to smile, but it was meager and did nothing to conceal the sadness in his eyes.
I'm sorry.
I'm really sorry, Ara. I never know what to do with this kind of thing. Maybe we should just forget about it. Yeah, we'll smile. Even the slightest lessening of tension between you and Cove was working wonders on your shaking heart. The last thing any of you needed was more division among your friends. Silence stretched into what felt like hours, but it was likely wasn't that long before there was a knock at your bedroom door, and Mom peeked in. Just wanted to check in. Oh, Cove, when did you get here? When she saw your morose expression, she opened the door all the way and the question was dropped. Mom was standing there as well. She slipped past her wife to come inside your place.
Everything okay?
What's with the long faces? Are you both okay? You tried to nod, but it was no use. Your voice cracked despite your best effort not to let it get to you more. You couldn't even lift your eyes off the floor as though the weight of your worry was dragging your head down. Miranda and Terry had a big fight and none of us could get a hold of Terry. Parents exchanged a meaningful look, though its meaning was lost on you.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry to hear there's trouble with your friends, sweetie. Is there anything we can do to help? Out of the corner of your eye, you saw Cove from his arm awkwardly, unable to add anything. No, we're just waiting to see if Carrie calls or texts, or if Miranda does. Well, we can at least help you take your mind off things while you're waiting. Another great idea, Lonnie. We can get the whole gang together for some quality time. Mom gave you a soft smile and added, "This will be good, especially since it might help make up for what happened at the farmer's market." Yes, it'll be wonderful. I'll go see what Liz is up to right now. Excited, she fluttered a few steps away and then stopped. She pivoted on her heels and raised a single finger, flashing a big smile at Cove.
It's no trouble.
And of course, Cliff will be welcome too. Knowing your family was always there for you, that couldn't be underestimated. In fact, it meant everything to you that your moms cared so much. I really appreciate this. Thank you. Thanks. That's nice of you.
You're welcome.
You're both very welcome. Don't sweat it, not so kiddos. Leave things to us, not so kiddos. That's so cute. Just relax and we'll call you when it's all together. You nodded and your mom says burst for now, springing into action for their impromptu get-together. You flopped down on your bed feeling like you could sink into it and disappear. Cove, meanwhile, took a spot on the chair and off to the side. You sighed at the same time and Cove's mouth pulled into a bent smile at that. He gave his phone another quick check and his eyebrows furrowed. Still nothing? Yep, this is crap, huh? Yep. Cove chewed the inside of his cheek as if to mimic the stress that was clearly eating away at him. Cove, what's wrong? What's really wrong? One disagreement doesn't make you act like this. That got a pointed pause in his movement. Cove was carefully trying to put his thoughts together. He spoke in a fragile voice. When people you care about, when they're unhappy with each other, there's nothing you can do. At least when you're in a fight yourself, you have some responsibility, some control over it. I wish it didn't have to happen, but that isn't possible, so, well, I guess. The attempt at giving a nonchalant shrug after was pitiable. I know. It's true that it can't be helped. He replied like he could barely muster the strength to speak. Well, we just have to focus on other things we can impact, or at least try. You turned to Cove, hoping your eyes conveyed the message you were feeling better than your words. His gentle nod told you that they did. There was a question you had to ask. Is it because of what happened with your parents? Cove ran a hair through his hair strand, smile spreading across his face, lips. For him, this pain struck close to his heart. Just as quickly as it had come, his smile was gone, lost amidst his faraway gaze. Yeah, you've got it. It's like my parents. Despite knowing him for many years, Cove had never spoken of the years before he moved to Sunset Bird, before his parents separated in any detail. He whispered his thoughts distantly, almost unconcerned with whether you could hear them or not. They used to fight all the time. I think they got along when I was a baby. I mean, they had to have wanted to be with each other at some point. But when I was old enough to remember anything, it was already bad. There was always... Oh wow, that's bolded. There was always something wrong, and I could never help. I just wanted them to be happy. You tried to imagine your moms breaking up, and the very idea scared you, but Cove hadn't endured that for real. I'm sorry. Ara?
Don't worry about it.
It's okay. Despite that revelation, Cove gazed reassuringly at you. It's not like that anymore. Things are so different now. I don't really think about it. Again, the sorrow reasserted itself. When he continued, you could barely hear him. Though I guess it's pretty obvious I haven't forgotten it either. Let's take his hand. He shot up out of his seat as you approached, but didn't resist as you gently took his hand. Your head fell to his shoulder and you squeezed his hand reassuringly. Saw him watching. Oh, we're making him cry again. This is the second. Okay, we have to do a thing. How many times are we gonna make Cove cry in the stream? You saw him watching you with glossy eyes. Then Cove sighed contently, his mouth pulling into a soft smile. Wordlessly, you knew that he understood you felt at peace with him there. When you gripped your hand back, you know he felt it too. Aww. The two of you took a seat again, but this time side by side on your bed.
Well...
Today was a lot, huh? Yeah, it was. Leaning against him. Resting the side of your head on his shoulder, you glanced up at his face. Cove watched you affectionately. In that gentle gaze, you finally felt like everything was going to be okay. No matter what happens, we can make it work. His mouth pulled into a bent smile at that. You chuckled, resting your head comfortably back on his shoulder.
Me too.
I think so too. And for a while you stayed like that. Comfortable quiet fell between you, and the sun fell with it. The warming calm ended with Cove gasped sharply. You spun, half expecting to find him nursing an injury, but instead you found him staring straight ahead. What?
Oh my
I
God.
think my phone just vibrated. Check it out. Right. He patted his pockets, fumbling in panic, and yanked the phone out. The force of the action near catapulted the device out of his grip entirely, but he caught it just in time. His eyes honed in on the screen. It's Terry, thank God. She said she's sorry. He looked back to you, eyes wide, and nursed her fray once more. What should I say? Give it a second, anything. Sorry. Cove's intense stare went from you to a small message to his mouth, and his brows pinched with remorse. He hadn't meant to put stress onto you. His thumb trembled over as he hovered over the screen, and then Cove's phone buzzed further. It's Terry again. She's talking to us. She asked about what Miranda said, but wait. And then watching the conversation unfold on Cove's screen. She's gonna actually call. Cove held his breath as you waited. His circle of friends had always been small, so he managed to avoid the stress of seeing his friends fighting. You suspect that he was feeling this even more keenly, both because this was so uncommon and the friends so important to him. His phone rang out. Cove jammed the answer button, his reflexes instantaneous. He switched the phone into speaker mode, allowing you to participate in the conversation. But despite his immediate reaction, his voice lacked the same resolve when he spoke. Hey. It was tentative, a white flag fluttering in the wing. Ara is here too. Hi, we've been worried about you.
Hey.
Hey, buddies. Terry's voice was barely recognizable without her usual patter and energy.
Are you okay?
Are things okay? I don't know, probably not. Cove tensed, his free hand coiling into an anxious fist. What happened? Don't you know already? Miranda explained some of it, but it doesn't make sense to us. You heard Terry sigh over the phone as she unburdened herself. Pretty much, I was at Randy's house. We decided to watch the movies. She's super liked that I never seen before. Turns out there's a lot of those. We watched one, then another, and another. We were having so much fun. Each time one finished, she had another one to share with me. I didn't really think about the time. I only wanted to say yes to Randy and watch her movies. She spoke wistfully, but her words were full of affection. It was Randy, you know? I wasn't thinking about my schedule or what time it was. I get it. Then I finally saw the time and oh no, it was way too late. I already knew I couldn't stay. She took a deep breath, her voice becoming softer when she resumed talking. I was so stressed out. I just couldn't deal with it. Miranda wanted to help. She kept coming up with the ways to make it better and trying to figure out why I was so upset and stuff. I was trying to answer her questions and there were so many, but I couldn't really answer all of them. I didn't even know why some of her ideas didn't work with me. It made my head ache. I still have the first problem and Randy there. Trying to help, blasting all these questions, suggesting I'd be faster than I could even think. She gulped, audibly sniffling. I got frustrated and told her just to leave me alone, but when she wanted to talk about why I wanted that, when we started having a fight in the kitchen, I woke Randy's dad up. When we told him about how I wanted to go home but my parents couldn't get me, so Mr. Eckert offered to do it. That's nice of him. Harry groaned. I know. I accepted because I definitely couldn't stay the night after throwing a racket and turning it into a big deal. But I feel awful. I'm embarrassed. Why did I yell at Randy and hurt her feelings? And I've made her dad lose sleep by waking him up and having to drive me home. What do you say after that? I have no idea. I don't know where to start. And I don't want to make it worse by saying the wrong thing and fighting again. So I'm not talking. Terry, Randy isn't mad at you. Mad that you didn't want to stay or that you fought. She just wants to feel like you could talk to her. I mean, you could pretty much say whatever you want. You should listen. Not talking to her at all is pretty much the only wrong way to go about it. Terry lamentedly mourned on the other end of the line, but he had a point. Unless she faced Miranda again, there would be no resolution. He looked at Cove, hunched over the phone, staring pensively into it and searching for a solution. This couldn't be solved with the other key party missing, but what if you brought them in? Your phone was still free. Oh! Ryudakin oh my gosh. I'm just gonna call you Ryu. Hello, how are you doing? We're playing a visual novel, a dating sim-ish, called Our Lives Beginning Always. Sorry, I'm really bad at reading names. I am really bad at it. I'm sorry, we're playing Our Life Beginnings and Always, and right now Terry and Miranda are having a fight, and Cove and I are trying to... We're in stage 3, and Cove and I are trying to help them. I felt that struggle in my heart. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me try again. Yes, I deserve the bonk. I deserve the bonk. Ryudakinar. Ryudakinar? Is that how you say it? I don't know. I'm so lost. I'm sorry. I'm so bad at pronouncing names. Yeah, okay. Yes, okay, thank God. But how are you doing? Welcome. I hope you're having a good day. Or night, or whatever time it is for you. Okay. Let's suggest calling up Miranda. Clap, clap. What if we call Miranda? That way you could talk to her, but wouldn't have to do it alone. Cove brightened up, the concern furrowed on his brow, which had taken root when Miranda first called east. 22.08 just done with work. 2208. 2208. Is that the time? Because I don't know how to transfer time to like that. Just done with work? Oh, I hope you had a good work day.
Well,
that could work. Terry, are you up for it? She made a noise that wasn't a word, but nevertheless conveyed her hesitation and worry. She brought it up to close decisive exhalation, as if pushing all negative thoughts from her body. Alright, I'll do it. Cove nodded. Now that you received approval from everyone, you pulled out your phone and called Miranda. You set it to speaker and waited for her to pick up. Luckily, she did.
Hi.
Hi, Ara. Her voice was still distant as her thoughts were elsewhere, but it was loud enough for your needs. Hi, you're on speaker. Terry is on speaker too on Cove's phone. Yeah, it's time. Oh, okay. 10:08 p.m. Oh, okay. It's pretty late for you. But thank you for joining or watching the stream. I appreciate it. And this cat is Trixie, and the shrimp on me is the simp shrimp. Oh. She paused while she digested this information. You watched the phone screen, hoping that she wouldn't hang up as a result.
Really?
Oh, really? Yep, it's really me. Can you hear my voice all the way from your house to theirs and then mine? I can. You and Cove exchanged looks, waiting for the wall between them to break and wondering who would be the one to do it. As the quiet dragged on, you caught Cove chewing his cheek. You must have weighed up the same question you whether to encourage the conversation along or leave Miranda and Terry to resolve it themselves. The answer came in for one sniff, followed by another from Cove's phone. Sorry, Randy. I hope you still like me. What? You were the one acting as if you didn't like me. Her tone was defensive, no doubt a result of her wounds from last night still being raw. No, Ray, everybody likes Randy. You're wonderful. Your eyes met Cove's, his eyes tilted toward you, capturing the call indirectly. You moved your phone closer to his, hoping that his signal was strong enough to convey every nuance of tone. Cove did likewise, bringing his cell phone next to yours, even bumping against it as he shifted his grip. I didn't know what to say. That's the only reason I wouldn't talk to you. If I had known the answer, I'd have told you right away. Miranda murmured on the other end of the line. You didn't have to stay. Anything I tried to do bothered you, and you could have told me you didn't know. Yeah, I think I was angry at myself. I did a dumb thing and I didn't want help with it. I wanted to be mad and just deal with it myself. It made me keep doing dumb things. Oh. When she spoke again, her voice was quiet, as tender and vulnerable as the words.
I'm sorry.
Staying up late watching stuff was all my fault. I had to find a way to fix it. That's what I thought anyway. But I should have given you space. I'm sorry for being so pushy and sensitive. Hardly. Miranda echoed having a flaw. I've never heard such a crazy thing. Miranda let out a ghost of a giggle. Cove cleared his throat. Maybe we could call each other now? Sorry. Can do. Thanks for giving me the kick in the butt to do this already. Randy Mandy, I'm gonna call you right now. Randy Mandy, that's so fucking cute! Bye, Arabat and Cove. She hung up after squeezing in another quick bye, though not giving you or Cove enough room to respond in kind. Miranda laughed, the noise tinkling gently like wind chimes in the summer breeze.
You're really nice.
Thank you for listening and helping. I'm gonna hang up so I can answer Terry's call. Bye. 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 Talk to you soon. Miranda hung up, still chuckling softly as the call ended. The room felt emptier without the other voices in it. Cove expelled a sigh that crashed through the newly fallen silence. He dropped his arms to his side, letting his head hang like a puppet at rest. Thank God. Yeah. Cove scratched his face, expression cloudy. I think we need to find better ways for dealing with conflict because that was awful. I think we did okay given the circumstances. Cove meekly smiled as he rubbed his eyes, weariness creeping over him and mumbled his next word. We could talk about it another day. Conflict resolution methods?
Huh?
Oh, no, forget it. Your eyebrows rose and then a light bulb went on in your head. Before Miranda called, didn't you say there was something you wanted to say? Cove's original visit had been thrown so off kilter that it was a struggle to wind your memory back to when he first turned up. Now that you did, though, you remembered that he had been perky when he arrived this afternoon. Was it good news? Cove brushed his hands against his now folded arms shyly. Well, yeah, maybe. I'm not exactly sure it counts as news or even good. It is what it is. I'm happy about it, though. You're curious, but didn't want to push Cove if you didn't want to speak about it. You don't have to say anything, but if it makes you feel good, I think it is good news. Cove chuckled awkwardly, a hand creeping up to ruffle the hair on the back of his head. It's fine. If you want to hear, I could tell you. He shifted his feet as a different posture might give him the support he needed for the conversation. I didn't want to make it a big deal, but I just know what my sexuality is now. Aww. Oh. A real subject change, huh? He chuckled. True. It was unexpected, but you were excited that Cove had come to understand himself more, and glad he wanted to share that with you. That's great. Tell me more? Cove drew a breath, straightening up. Aww. Aww. I'm demisexual, so most of the time I don't really have those kinds of physical ones and stuff. It's only in some situations when I'm already really emotionally and romantically connected to someone that I start to ever think about anything sexual, and it's only with them. I hadn't heard that term until pretty recently, and it just made a lot of sense. Once I knew what I meant, I had a word that fit how I felt. And I'm pan-romantic because I've never had a preference for a specific gender or anything, so yeah. That makes sense. Cove looked down on the floor. Being so open and direct about a matter that personal, which you were sure he spent a long time trying to figure out, seemed like to be kind of weird for him. Despite that, there was a small, proud smile on his face, and when he looked up, his gaze was steadfast. All this talk of post-sexuality made you reflect about your own. I forgot what we picked. I guess let's evolve. You had physical attraction in general way. You only seem to feel physical attraction in specific case and situation. I guess there was only a person. I guess there was only one person. I felt towards men. I guess yeah, towards women. Yeah, not interested in girls. And be... Yeah, you haven't thought about it. I guess we hadn't thought about it. Yeah, let's share with him. I love how inclusive this game is. Well, since we're talking about this already, I've realized something since we talked about it back then. Yeah, I could definitely listen. I'd like to know if you want me to. You are articulated to Cove how you experience attraction and romance. Cove let a beat last, in your case, more to say. You didn't, so he tilted his head likewise with a bent smile.
I get it.
I don't know if it makes sense to say something like that is cool, but really, I think that's great for you. You smiled knowing that he was doing his best to be encouraging. Thanks for understanding. He merely smiled again. It felt good to know the two of you could talk so easily about these matters. Cove closed his eyes, a contented sigh slipped out of him as he stretched his arms overhead. You could tell that Cove felt like it had been an emotionally draining day that now had come to a close. Everything wrapped up neatly with a bow on top. You had some good talks with your friends and with each other. A lot had been brought into the light and you come out of it not only knowing each other better, but yourself too. But there was still something that Cove didn't know, something that had gnawed at you many times over a year. You never... Oh, here it is! You never told Cove about how you first met his dad. You'd always held it back from him, unsure how he would take this to revelation. Dad seemed to have done the same, as Cove didn't seem to have heard it from Mr. Holden either. Okay, we're older now. Should we tell him or wait until we're even older? I feel like it's a good time to tell him. I think 10 years is holding on a secret for 10 years is long enough. What do you guys think? Excuse me? Excuse me? But honestly, it really doesn't feel like it matters, but let's save in if he... Okay, let's tell Cove. It was time to tell Cove the deal that Parlor proposed. You were ready. Today was the day to tell Cove the full story of how you come to know him. Okay, I'm gonna tell him. Cove, you hooked his attention with the way you spoke his name. There's one more thing I'd like to talk about. Cove raised an eyebrow but didn't say anything. He was listening. Yeah, let's just take a deep breath and tell him. Remember back when we first met? I actually met your dad first. You ran off and he was waiting outside to see if you come back. And then when he spotted me on my way home for the day, Cove nodded, eyes still raised. You could tell that he was trying to predict where this was going. You could also see that he was failing. He was really worried about you, so he was willing to try anything to help you fit in with your new life here. So he offered me $20 to be your friend. Oh. Cove's eyes widened into huge circles as you uttered the final sentence. His mouth hung open, ready to speak, but no word followed. You still giving him time to process this revelation. You watched the layers of subterfuge being ripped away as eyebrows rose higher on his forehead, followed by a deepening frown. And then, oh, yay! And then Cove burst into a roar of laughter. That's horrible. He tried to bribe you? And you were what, 8? Ted, why? Oh my god! Cove bent over with laughter. Oh, yay! I'm so glad we saved it for now because he's more mature. Cove was bent over with laughter, one arm supporting his sides. He covered his eyes with the other hand, hiding the tears of mirth sprouting into the corners. You laughed along with him, though your laughter stemmed from relief to finally be open with him and to have him accept it well. Eventually your giggles wound down. Cove wiped the last of the tears from his eyes, still grinning when he took wheezing breaths. Wow. He shook his head. That's my dad, I guess. There's always another Clifford surprise waiting in the wings. But $20, huh? What a cheapskate. Considering how much time we spent together since I moved in, you were paid pennies on the hour. No, not even that much. Just 1 penny an hour. A fraction of a penny. Yeah, it seemed like so much money in the moment, but in the long run it didn't amount to much. Cove gave you a lopsided smile with a shake of his head. Sorry, you definitely got the short end of the stick. It was the best deal. We got to grow up with him. He stared at you, his previous expression swept away by shock before his face softened into an affectionate smile.
Me too.
I feel the same way about you, Ara. His words were sincere, genuine confirmation of feelings towards you. I couldn't have asked for anything better. No sooner than his words were out in the air, Cove ducked his head to hide the blush spreading over his face. Aww. We got an achievement for making that called the deal 3. You breathed the satisfaction sigh of relief as the weight of your weight you've been carrying from childhood was lifted from your shoulders. Cove shyly ran a hand up and down his arm, a gentle smile lifting features, and you knew he was glad to be where he was today. Thanks for telling me. You're welcome.
Hey.
Hey, we should probably head downstairs soon if your moms are still waiting for everyone to get together. Yeah, that's right. With renewed spring in your step, you led the way out of your room. You got downstairs to find the others already assembled and waiting.
Hi.
Hello. Oh, she's taller than them. That's so cute. Hey. Good to see you both.
Hey.
Hi, we were just trying to corral everyone into the group, but the two of you were already upstairs this whole time. Of course we were together. You paid hard to stick with me, or did you forget? Saving with meanings to your family who looked to each other for answers in vain. Mr. Roller got the message. Alan clearly seemed embarrassed. He chuckled nervously, rubbing the back of the neck and the hand froze in place.
Huh?
Wait, when did you figure that out? You never mentioned it growing up. Today, just now, Ara told me. Holding his hands awkwardly slid off his neck as he stared at Cove, the answer catching him off guard. Out of the corner of your eye, you saw your mom mouthing questions at you. Everyone was waiting for an explanation. Similarly to his son, Mr. Holden broke into laughter and turned to address you, a hand laid over his chest. I can't believe my partner in crime betrayed me. After all these years, I thought we had something. His voice was deliberately light, assuring you this was only a joke. He shook his head, throwing off the jest that he spoke seriously.
No worries.
I have to admit, I'm actually amazed that you kept it under your hat this long. Sorry. I want to know why my dad kept it a secret all this time. Miss Holland looked back at Cove, lines forming on his forehead as his wide eyes singled a wordless apology. Can we hear exactly what this secret is? The suspense is killing us.
Right.
Alright, I better give everyone up to speed. He held his hands up, palms up, pacifying his audience, or perhaps holding up as a shield in advance. The first day I met Ara, I'd been worrying about Cove being alone for the summer. There weren't a lot of kids around, and he wasn't exactly on the best terms with me at the time. You glanced around your family, gauging their responses. I felt like this was my one shot, so I kind of offered her $20 to be friends with Cove, and added that she couldn't tell him about it. With his gasp, Mom was staring incredulously at Mr. Holden, while Mom's eyebrows had retreated to her hairline. You and Cove already knowing the story were the only ones unaffected. But after a while, I really did honestly forget it even happened. He raised his hand higher, now level with his shoulder. Not a bad idea, you thought. It felt... If Mom felt inclined to throw a cushion at it, you'd probably manage to block it in time. I know that's bad, but I've had so many grand ideas over the years, it's hard to keep track of them all. Cove smiled, placing his hands on his hip and shaking his head at his father's antics.
Seriously?
I can't believe you, though. Also, I totally can. Your moms were less indulgent. The shock had ebbed away to displeasure. Mom's foot was tapping rapidly as she frowned at the next door neighbor, while Ma had her arms crossed over her chest and her lips pursed. I'm sorry, Aaron. I'm sorry to your parents too. That was way out of bounds. Don't worry about it. Everything worked out. Your moms gave each other that look where they seemed to communicate with eyes alone. Alright, well, that's that then. It won't happen again.
Absolutely.
It definitely won't. Good. It was a little surprising they were letting him off the hook, but on the other hand, it was a long time ago, and now you were sure that your moms remembered those painful earlier days of Cove's arrival too. Miss Holden wasn't a potential bad influence anymore, so a lecture would be pretty moot. Instead, your mom gave him a lenient smile.
In that case,
Now that it's settled, why don't we find something to do? Nods of agreement cascaded through the group in a couple of waves at the suggestion. Mr. Holden's shoulders slumped with a release of tension. He brought his hands down, tucking them away into his pockets. Two families spent the rest of the afternoon together, chatting and catching up. Though you accepted Mr. Holden's apology, Cove caught up for lost time by pinching the odd jab at his dad. Your moms didn't seem amused. The news still too fresh, but you enjoyed finally being able to laugh about it freely. You truly relaxed knowing that there were no longer any secrets between the two families. You felt freed, yet simultaneously more tied together than you had before. Yay! We told him! Okay, that's where we're gonna stop for today. Thank you very much thank you everyone for coming. I really appreciate it. Oop. Okay. Have a good rest, Ara. Thank you, Exco. Okay, if everyone wants to stay for the raid, I'd really appreciate it. Who are we gonna raid? Let's see. Who should we raid? Star, you always have good recommendations. There's the first raid message, and thank you for the social star. And there's the other raid message. Thank you everyone for coming, and I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. So who are we gonna raid, do you think? There's Coda. Rainy Amami? Oh, Rainy, okay. Okay, well, we can do that. We haven't raided them before. Did I spell it right? Okay. Okay, thank you everyone for being here, and we'll be here for the next stream is tomorrow for Stardew Valley, and then my schedule will be out on Sunday. But yes, thank you so much. This was really fun. Bye everyone. Thank you for the new people who came in. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for everything. I'm really bad at ending things. Let's raid. Okay. There we go. See ya, Tika. Okay, ending screen. Bye.